of the beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we love. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.
Hey y'all, sorry, I feel like I gotta sneeze. Sorry. How y'all doing? Happy Tuesday. Get on in here. Come on in. We got a show to do today. Shout out to everybody in the building. If you're new to the channel, go ahead, subscribe if you haven't already. If you're returning, welcome back. Shout out to everybody in the building, y'all. Shout out to everybody. We got a show to talk about today. One of the things I want to talk about is the movie Straw. Toilet Paper made a new movie, and what made me go watch the movie was his comments. So apparently Toilet Paper, aka Tyler Perry, did a new movie. It's called Straw, and he put it out on Netflix, and he was very critical of people who were critical of his work. So then it made me say, let me go see what's going on. And I went and watched the movie yesterday, and I have some things I want to say about it that I think we need to discuss. So we'll discuss that. Then we'll also discuss Sherri Shepard, speaking of the movie, because she's in the movie, and honestly, she did an amazing job. Shout out to Sherri Shepard and Taraji P. Henson. They did an amazing job in that movie. And Tiana Taylor too. Tiana Taylor. Yes, it is more trauma, but it's like trauma on steroids. You see what I'm saying? If you are easily triggered, yeah, it's trauma on. I'll say this, and I must put a pin in it because we're going to discuss it right at the top of the video. I'll say this. It does showcase the struggles of a single Black mother and how it feels when it talks about when it rains, it pours. Does that make sense? Like, you know how like it's one thing after the next, after the next, after the next. It's like that, but on crack. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. It's right, Grape Tea. It's trauma on steroids. That's what it is. But it's still a good movie, even though it gave me John QTs. We'll get to it. Because y'all gonna have to understand what I'm talking about. So you would have to watch it to know what I mean. But I think after we talk about it, y'all might go watch it. But then we're gonna talk about Sherri Shepard doubling down on how Black women need to be more accountable and more attentive to what they present themselves like in public, and we'll discuss that. Then we'll discuss the BET Awards. The BET Awards looked at Black, huh? Nah, I didn't watch it. But I was scrolling on Instagram, and it looked at pretty Black. Who watched it? It was niggas in there last night. Niggas I ain't seen in years. One in particular, Snoop D-O-double-G. I said, what is Snoop doing at the BET Awards? Last time I seen Snoop at any Black awards, he was saying, so y'all saying the East Coast ain't got no love for Suge and Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg? That was the last hood award show I saw Snoop at. So I was of confusion, you know what I mean? Because I hadn't seen him in so long. But then it dawned on me, oh, dummy Lamont, didn't he just get caught up at the Trump inauguration? And I said, oh, sure did. That's why that nigga went down to the BET Awards. It almost took me. But I caught up. I grabbed it. It almost took, because I'm like, Snoop? Girl, Snoop, we ain't seen a celebrity at the level of Snoop at the BET Awards since like 98. You feel what I'm saying? But it turns out he's trying to get back in the Negroes' good graces. That's why he pulled up to the BET Awards to drop it like it's hot. But we gonna discuss it. And then we also gonna discuss the rest of this Diddy trial. So y'all get on here. and like the video, please. Mike Rule number 5 says, good morning, Voodoo. I was thinking the same thing about John Q when I seen the preview. If you ever seen John Q, just put it in the position of a black woman on steroids. Not the black woman on steroids. Not the black woman on steroids. But y'all, do y'all know? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. All right. The movie Straw. Let me see if I can go find it. Hold on. So I guess this movie Straw came out over the weekend. And I was scrolling on Instagram, minding my business all up in everybody else's like I always do. And I saw toilet paper. Now, originally I scrolled because every time I see toilet paper, sometimes I feel like I get the itching up my, you know what I'm saying? So I decided to keep scrolling, but something said, no, Vu, go see what he wants. So I decided, okay, let me go see what toilet paper on here talking about now. And it turns out he was responding to criticism about his new movie Straw. So I'm like, new movie Straw? What? The entire, you know what? Here you go right here. So y'all can see what I'm talking about. So I'm like, Straw? And then I logged into YouTube and Funky Daniva, he did a video on it, right? Now, 5 minutes into the video, I realized, because he started talking about how the black women were complaining because it's all so stereotypical, struggling black woman, da-da-da-da. And then the first 2 minutes of the video reminded me of why I started liking Funky's content in the beginning, because when it comes to the content, when he in his bag, he in his bag. You can't take nothing from him. Regardless of how I personally feel, the nigga in his bag, he in his bag. You feel what I'm saying? And those type of videos like this, those were the type of videos that drew me to Funky. So when he started the first 5 minutes talking about the backlash that Tyler received, then I saw the video, I was like, let me go watch the movie. So then I went watch the movie, came back and watched Funky's review or whatever the case may be. And this is what I have to say. Okay, so the movie is called Straw. It's on Netflix. So this is the plot. Yes, it is about a struggling black mama. Yes, single mother, black mother, living in the hood, barely making ends meet. Thank God she only has one kid though. And basically she's working at this grocery store. Everything, like she's living life on the edge financially. Like she really is trying to make ends meet, but it's just her. Now she has friends in the complex like John Q, because this movie was extremely reminiscent of John Q. As a matter of fact, so much so, I was trying to look for the John Q people to tell them to get around here and sue toilet people. Because all they did was take John Q and put a woman and replace Denzel with a woman, the little boy with a little girl, and the hospital with a bank. Let's really be clear about it. Let's really be clear about what happened on the movie. Almost the same plot and everything. So boom. So she's getting up, bringing her baby to school. Her baby tells her, Mama, I got to pay for lunch. If I don't pay for lunch, my teacher told me that she's going to put me by the special kids that eat lunch and I'm going to be teased, right? So the mama don't have $40 to give to her daughter to go to school, but she gets to work to try to see if she can get it. But by the time she gets there, it's a grocery store, right? Only one register's up. Everybody's freaking out. It's kind of like giving Walmart teas. One register's only up. Only one girl working. The people cursing her out, yelling at her. One dude went off on her because everybody's frustrated. This is the hood we talking about, okay? So then fast forward. She ends up getting a call from school. It's her daughter's school saying, you need to rush, get over here. Your daughter's in trouble. So she goes to the manager, who's played by Colonel Taylor, AKA, what's his name? He was married to Cicely Tyson, but he played Colonel Taylor in a different world. But that's her boss. She ends up asking him, could she leave? He said 30 minutes. She's like, there's no way I can get to the school and back in 30 minutes. He's like, you got 30 minutes or you fired. So long story short, she gets to the school. By the time she gets to the school, the principal or teacher, whoever the black lady was, come to find out they taking her child to Child Protective Services because according to her daughter slipped and fell in the bathtub, but the baby got bruises all over her back and her body. This is the movie. It was Aretha Franklin. I'm sorry, Glenn Turman. It was Aretha Franklin. He was married to Aretha Franklin, not Cicely Tyson. My bad. So, okay. So she gets to the school. They taking her baby away. She's freaking out. They're like, OMG, OMG. And so they tell her she just got to wait till they do the evaluation and whoop-de-whoop. So she get in her car and she's sitting in traffic. She's trying to make it back to work because remember, she's got 30 minutes to get to work. She tries to weave out of traffic to kind of go into the next lane and almost hits this undercover cop a guy who turns out to be an undercover cop. He ends up running her down, doing a pit maneuver on her, hitting her car and not totaling, but wrecking her car, having his friend, who's another police officer, come out there. And they ended up giving her a ticket and towing her car because her registration is expired. So now, mind you, it's a bad day at work. Your baby need $40 for school. She getting teased at work. You drop her off. Work is crowded. Then you get a call from school saying, come get her. By the time you get down there, they done already took the baby to CPS. Now you trying to get back to work and you almost ran into an undercover cop. You can't make this up. And when I say on steroids, I mean it, on steroids. So you almost hit this undercover cop. Couldn't have any worse luck than this. He's in his civilian clothes, but he's an undercover cop. His friend tows her car. By the time she get back to work, Glenn Turman was like, you know what? You fired. And she's like, but wait a minute. No, please. I need my job. My daughter. He was like, I don't give a damn about your daughter. And she was like, but my kid. He was like, F your kid. And then she was like, well, can I at least get my check? I got to pay $40 to my baby's school. And he said, B, ain't no check. You done got fired. You got to wait till the check come in the mail. So now she about to lose it. And right when I think she about to just wig out and probably slice him like Jason Voorhees, some random man just happened to come into the office. I'm telling you, on steroids. Some random dude just happened to brisk by all them people up front, back to the office, read her name tape and said, hey, Janiyah, and then pulls out a blicky and robs the store. Now, in the midst of this, he got the blicky on Colonel Taylor, okay? Now, Colonel Taylor is like, OMG, take the money. Soon as the robber left, no, I'm lying. The robber didn't leave. Something went down to where she was able to end up popping the robber. She ended up unaliving the robber. And she had the blicky in her hand. And then he said, I'm calling 911. You set me up. And she was like, I didn't set you up. And he was like, the robber knew your name. If it weren't for you, we wouldn't be here. I'm calling 911. So he's on the phone. And then he's like, the robber said her name. She set me up. And then boom, she loses it. And then she pops him. But now she got to run. But instead of her running, she decides, nah, I don't want to run. Let me go cash my check. Because she got her check. So she gets down to the bank with the blicky to cash her check. Police is all over at the grocery store. They done heard about this robbery. Everybody thinks she is the culprit. She gets to the bank. She asks to cash her check. They got blood on the check, but the girl was like, girl, I need your ID. And she was like, I ain't got no ID. And so the girl was like, well, I can't cash your check. So then she put the blicky on the counter and was like, B, cash my check. So then the girl started giving her all the money, her and the girl next door, all the money. And she was like, I don't want all this money. I just want you to cash my check. My check is $521. But they was giving her like all the money out the bank, causing this to be a robbery. Now, Sherri Shepard, who's the bank manager, who ends up being an actually good source to her, Sherri Shepard, who's the bank manager, and I need to hurry this up. But Sherri Shepard, who ends up being the bank manager, long story short, the security guard closes the door, locks the door. Why would you lock them inside with the robber? When I seen the security guard locking us in, or locking the people in, I could have been a fly on the wall to jump at his gun belt and hit him in the back of the head. Have you lost your mind? Nigga, we getting robbed and you gonna lock us in? With the bitch with the gun Oh, and by the way, she has this clear book bag that she has a toy that her daughter made, and they think she got a bomb. So now she's armed and dangerous. The police, SWAT team, everybody done pulled up. They think she got a blicky and a bomb. So security locked everybody in the doggone bank. And then he ended up getting hit upside the head or whatever the case may be. Long story short, because this is how crazy it is. It gets insane. Tiana Taylor ends up being the detective that they use to talk to her, because as the black woman, she can kind of relate to what she got going on. So Tiana Taylor get on there and was like, ma'am, what's going on? And she tells Tiana Taylor, I didn't rob my boss think that I popped that man and I set him up, but I didn't. It was all a mistake. And now they thinking I'm robbing this store. I'm not robbing the store. I just want them to cash my check. Okay? Oh, I feel like I'm talking. That's how crazy it was. So anyway, long story short, I keep saying that, but it's still so much more to say. Let me wrap this up. So anyway, at the end of the movie, they're surrounded by SWAT, and guess what? Just like in the movie John Q, the teller goes live. You know how in John Q, instead of them going live, the other people who was trying to get the news feed inside of the hospital, they were able to intercept the FBI's wires and intercept and then blast it out to everybody. Well, in this movie, the bank teller decides, instead of using her phone to call 911, she went live. Now, originally, my original thought was she can't be that slow. But then I thought about it and I said, people really is that slow every day. Okay. So long story short, and I mean it this time, she ends up having Tiana Taylor being the one to negotiate with her. FBI comes out once they find out. It's all over the live, all over the internet. Everybody come out rooting for Janiyah. Janiyah, we love you. We support you. And she's looking out the window just like John Q did, in disbelief that everybody's out there supporting her. And whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Girl, this is what it was. At the end of the movie, she ends up asking Sherri Shepard to take her baby and raise her baby. And Sherri Shepard said, yeah, I'll raise your baby. Let me talk to my husband, because Sherri had a husband and 2 children herself. She said, I'm going to talk to my husband. We going to take your baby. I ain't going to lie, Chi-Chi. I ain't going to lie. I almost cried like 3 times. I ain't going to lie. I almost cried 3 times. And I was mad that I almost cried. I was mad. 3 times in this movie, I almost cried, and I was mad because I didn't want to cry. I was mad that it was evoking my emotion like that, if it makes sense. Okay? So I get it. When you said you was crying at the end, I had to hold back my tears 3 times, girl. It was crazy. So anyway, Sherri Shepard said she'll take her baby, or whatever the case may be. They made the agreement. She promised her, all to find out she got a phone call and finds out that her daughter is not alive. As a matter of fact, her daughter had died the night before. Now, this part went over my head during the movie. I saw that on Funky Dineva channel. He said that they said that that's how the movie ended. Because when I was sitting there watching it, that's not what I got. What I got was, yes, they called and said your baby passed away, but I didn't get she had them passed away the night before. Now, maybe I need to write or look at the ending again. And then they say she started hallucinating from all the trauma of her baby passing away the night before, that basically she just went about the rest of her day in a hallucinative state. So Sherri Shepard, I want to say this part to Sherri Shepard, because see, at this point, she looks at Sherri Shepard and she drops the phone and she said, they just told me I lost my baby. And Sherri Shepard, that little short bitch, had the very nerve to look her dead in the eye and say, yeah, they told me earlier. They did what? So wait, come again and say what? So bitch, you sitting up here making plans with me, lying to me, telling me you gonna take my child, bitch, making me think my baby gonna be in good hands. And you knew all of this time that you had no plans on getting this baby because the baby ain't here. And I see Sherri, one thing about Sherri, she gonna abandon a child. You see what I'm saying? If Sherri don't do nothing else, listen to me and listen to me good, she will abandon a child, living or unalive. Do you get it? Sherri, why would you lie to that lady and tell that lady you're going to take her baby, knowing the baby ain't even here? You see what I'm saying? Yeah, lovely kid, they say the baby had a seizure. Now, again, I got this from Funky Channel, who said he got it from the internet. I don't know. But that was the moral or the plot of the story, strong. Okay? The wigs obviously makeup per usual looks a mess per usual, and it's apparent, or they said that toilet paper did this movie in 4 days. And at this point, I'm trying to figure out who gonna tell him, and maybe y'all are telling him, and he don't care. But somebody needs to talk to toilet paper and tell him he needs to put a little bit more effort into what it is he feel like he's doing, because first of all, it should have been written better. It should have been more easily palatable when we watching it. I shouldn't have to be wondering at the end why you know something about the movie that I don't. And not in a good way. You see what I'm saying? But toilet paper decides to go online because people were like, OMG, first of all, Black woman catastrophe. We so tired of that narrative and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And toilet paper came on here to say, you know what? I know what y'all saying. I hear what y'all saying. But at the end of the day, I know what I'm doing. And let me say this. He's absolutely right. He does know what he's doing. And let me tell you why he knows what he's doing. Because toilet paper has a very selective fan base. Poor, hood, destitute, project, no hope, waiting on God, having Black women. So typical movies, not this movie. So typical movies speak to those women. You see what I'm saying? And ain't nothing wrong with it, because we've all been there. We've all been there. Even if we're not there today, we've all been there. You see what I'm saying? But it speaks to that group of women. And honestly, I ain't even really too much particularly mad at it. I think my problem is, why doesn't he ever have balance? Why? And when he does have a quote unquote balance, it's typically a rich woman who getting her ass whipped by her husband. Oh yeah, Sinbad is in the movie too. He's at the end. But it's typically a rich Black woman who getting her ass whipped by her husband, or he doing the bending. But there's never balance. There's never a successful story. It's always the struggle, destitute part of life for Black women when it comes to toilet paper. So the Black women were, like, dang, toilet paper, is you gonna at least pinch the bitch? Could you at least try to see Black women in a positive light? We ain't all running around here getting ready to rob a bank because we ain't got $40 to give our churn. And, to be completely honest, I understand both sides, because toilet paper come from a sense of, you got to keep in mind, put yourself in the mind of toilet paper. Toilet paper has become a billionaire off the backs of Black women and their struggles. Let's talk turkey here, because y'all playing. Toilet paper has become an actual billionaire off the backs and struggles of destitute Black women. What in Sam Hill makes you think he gonna switch that flavor up when it has made him a billionaire? Okay, really think about it. Let's talk dollars and cents. It works for him. This was an untapped niche. Okay, that's what this was, and he was able to figure that out. How? Hanging in the church with the gays and the church mamas. He found an untapped niche. And one thing about this niche, this is what makes this niche different from all the other niches. It has an extremely loyal to a fault fan base. Black women are loyal to a fault, especially to Black men. Oh my God. Even when we don't realize it, he understands that if I can tap into that little bit of niche right there, I can become a billionaire, and it worked. I think the only problem is, but I don't watch a lot of toilet paper productions. I'm gonna be honest. I just watched this one because Toilet Paper said something. Funky had said something about it, and the black women was freaking off about it. I said, let me go see. So I don't watch a lot of Toilet Paper productions, but what I will say is I would like to see if he were to expand to something else. I think this is where he lost me. The movie series, he lost me at Why Did I Get Married? Not the first one. I thoroughly enjoyed the first one. Hell, Quiet as It Kept, the second one, I was a bit scratching my head, but I was like, okay, because it was giving us a different type of black woman, not the Medea, the old black woman with no husband who running around there as the matriarch of the family, not the young woman who getting married to the nigga who go oops upside her head, or the nigga who worked down there jumping off the dump trucks. I'm sorry. These 4 couples or 3-4 couples or whatever it was, they were all successful college graduates. I was like, okay, I like this. Married, yeah. They had issues in their marriage, which most marriages do. Yup, The Family That Prays was a great movie. I'm like, okay. But then I think his dollars didn't start making the sense that he was making when he tapped into that broke niche, that destitute niche. And so I think he tapped back in. And I think that's what he did with this movie. But either way, he's responding to a lot of criticism that he's getting from the movie. And Toilet Paper has a very big, arrogant ego, okay? You can't tell him nothing. And honestly, if I was a billionaire and I did it all on my own, you wouldn't be able to tell me nothing either. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he said it works for him and he wanted to respond to the critics. And I want to get into this really quickly, and you guys get the likes up on the video, please. Let's get into what Toilet Paper had to say about critics
who think that my films focus on the struggle of black women, because they're right, it does. I'm in doing this. Let me tell you something. If I get an opportunity to put a black woman on screen for people to see them in love and happy, in joy, in pain, in struggle, what I'm doing is a service to all people, so that people will know that black women are not just strong and one thing. They are all things, and they go through all of these different things. So to have an opportunity to be able to paint all of these pictures and all sides of it is something that I'm paying homage to my mother, to my aunt, to my sisters and friends and cousins, and the things that they all went through. So that's what I would say to that. And I say nothing to those people who think that my films focus on.
I don't think he's paying homage to black women, nor do I think he's highlighting the struggle of black women. I think he's capitalizing off the struggle of black women. Let's really be clear. I don't think that Tyler Perry is one of those people who just love black women so much and just want to see the beauty and the light in them. Because I think if he did, especially as a creator, I think if you looked at black women in a positive light, I think at some point it will reflect in your work. You see what I'm saying? Like, for instance, if somebody tasked me to make a movie about Black history, let's just say Black history, of course, I'm going to highlight the negative. I have to. I got to highlight Jim Crow. I got to highlight, you know what I'm saying? Segregation. Those things I have to talk about because they're true. But because I love Black people, that's not what my whole movie is going to be about. In between the segregation, the Jim Crow, the hanging and all that stuff, gonna be a cookout. You see what I'm saying? Gonna be a juke joint. Because I love Black people. I care about Black people. Not only that, I care about how Black people feel about the image they see portrayed in front of them. So with that being said, I don't want to just leave them feeling every time they come and see my work. And I'm just thinking as a creator. I'm not a filmmaker. I'm a creator though. I create. So I'm just thinking as an artist and as a creator. Because when you're a creator, you have to think how this feels and how this makes my audience feel. What will they walk away from this thinking? Okay. So for me, this is just me. If I were a filmmaker and I had this love and admiration for Black women, yes, I will highlight their struggles. Yes, I will highlight their horrible relationships. Yes, I will highlight that sometimes it rains and sometimes when it rains, it pours. But I damn sure wouldn't make everything about that. At some point, I want the Black woman to smile. At some point, I want the Black woman to get the happily ever after because fortunately, all of us don't end up destitute. some of us actually find a happily ever after. You see what I'm saying? Like, right, Billy Daly, we already living the pain. We don't need to see it portrayed on TV. We in it. And I think that's what upset me, because it evoked my emotion, because I don't want to lie. It was a few times in this movie I was about to cry. Number one, when everything was just falling down on her. And I think the part that got me was she was like, you know me, you know I'm not like this. Why are you doing this? And everybody was turning their backs on her. And even when she was like, it don't matter what people think. I mean, it don't matter what we know what's going on. They've already put this bad, basically, information out on me. And basically everybody hates me now. I won't stand a chance. And so many black women feel unheard and feel like no matter what I do, I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. I can come in this job today and smile, and if I smile, they're gonna say I have an attitude. Or I can come in this bitch and frown, and if I frown, they're gonna say I have an attitude. And I can come in this bitch with a straight face like this, and they're going to still say it's a problem. I know. I live it. And those parts, because they touched me personally, I ain't going to lie, it started making me want to cry. Because I understood that. And he did an amazing job at grasping at that. So if you, like I said, if you're easily triggered, do not watch this movie. If you lost a child, do not watch this movie. Let me back it up. If you lost a child and you're still suffering from the loss, don't watch the movie. That's black fatigue. Is that what black fatigue is? Girl, I didn't know what black fatigue was, but I'm saying all that to say, I'm not buying that he has this love and adoration for black women, because if he did, I think that we see it in his work, and we can never see it in his work. Every time we see Tyler Perry. Every time we see Turley Paper's work and he portrayed black women, at 98.5% of the time, we are in a destitute, broken down position. As a black woman, I don't watch too much of Tyler Perry stuff because of that particular thing right there. Because that will keep me in a depressive state. If all I do is watch Turley Paper stuff, all I do is be depressed. Because not only would I be depressed about living the crap, I'll be reminded every time I look on the screen. Okay? So I'm not buying that Tyler Perry really adores black women, because I honestly believe if he did, it would show in his work. I think that Tyler Perry has tapped into an untapped niche and made billions of dollars off of it. And he will continue to for ages and scolds and blows, because black women, unlike any other demographic on the face of this earth, we are the most loyal to a fault, to our own fault. Let me back it up. We are the most loyal to our own fault. And he knows that. And he knows even if half of us decide we done with Turley Paper, the other half ain't gonna never go nowhere, because that's how loyal we are. So Turley Paper, I'm not buying you not changing nothing because you tapped into a niche and you love black women. I'm not buying that. No, you don't. You love the way black women has made you money over the years. Let's really talk about it. That's what you love. And what Turley Paper does is make sure that he makes the right connections in Hollywood. He makes sure that he makes the right connections with these top female actresses to make sure that he get them on their team. Now, don't get me wrong. Taraji came out here and said that she paid him real good, or he paid her real good to work for 4 days. I hope everybody got paid real good, because if he won't break the bank for new wigs and makeup, then I'm pretty sure unless you Taraji P, you probably didn't get paid that well. Because as we learning in the Diddy trial, the reason these fools stay billionaires is because they cheap. You see what I'm saying? So Turley Paper is cheap. Hell no, he ain't providing no wigs and no makeup. Bitch, come as you are. You get it? But anyways, that was Turley Paper. It was very triggering. Like I said, he ain't trying to uplift no black women. The hell with black women. He don't give a damn about no black women. We put money in his pocket. Turley Paper, count your days, you raggedy hoe. Let's move on. Done trigger me. Girl, when I tell you I was cooking and watching it, and girl, you know how when you about to cry and you feel it like back here, like behind your eyes, like it start coming? Bitch, I was... Look, that you should have seen me last night, girl, yesterday, watching Toilet Paper. Girl, when she started saying that nobody's gonna believe me and everybody's already made their mind up about me, and bitch, I turned around now. You know what I mean? Girl, look, lips trembling. You feel me? Because I'm just like, damn, he right. Damn. You feel me? Bitch, listen. I ain't gonna lie. When I talk about pulling at the heartstrings and touching that nerve, if you don't want your nerve touched, don't watch this movie. But he gonna touch that nerve. He gonna touch that. I don't care if you a millionaire right now. If you ain't living it now, you lived it then. Bitch, he gonna touch that nerve in that movie. I'm telling you now. Now you can get on here and be perfect, acting like he ain't gonna touch your nerve. All right, girl. He's definitely gonna touch that nerve. So just be prepared. Because I sure was over there trying to get my situation together. You see what I'm saying? Oh, I could feel the tears coming from my brain, girl. All back up and through here, all up. And I could feel it coming, girl. Coming toward my eyes. And I said, the devil is a lie. And I held my chin up to the sky like this. And I held my breath up. The devil was a lie last night, Toilet Paper. I refuse to let you let me drop a tear. Not last night and not me, Toilet Paper. Not me. You almost had me. But I was able to jump back. You feel what I'm saying? I was able to come back because you almost got me, you raggedy hole. It was hard though. It was hard. I ain't gonna lie. It was hard. It was hard. And it's not just for black women either. I think this movie for people, but in particular, black people. Because even if you're not a black woman, hell, you could look at Taraji and what she going through, and you could see your mama or your grandma. You see what I'm saying? You could look at what Taraji going through, and you can remember a time your grandma was frustrated or your grandma or your mama went through. So, hey, don't think you say because you're a man or you feel what I'm saying? Because you're not. You're going to be up there just like me. Welcome to the party. You're late. You get it? Now let's move on. Toilet Paper, go lay down. And speaking of Sherri, who did an amazing job in the movie, let's really be clear. Sherri Shepard did an amazing job in that movie. I want to get to Sherri Shepard. So Sherri Shepard, remember, she had made this post where she spoke about how, here you go, where she talked about how black women and their appearance on red carpets, and she spoke about the Seahorse lady, Meg Thee Stallion. And she was talking about how we got to start representing ourselves better. It's a time and place for stuff. Y'all remember this? I'm going to play it so y'all can see it. You remember, y'all got to keep in mind, even though Sherri Shepard abandons her children, that is still our TD. She's at TD age now. Now I know she had TD age for me. Because Sherri got to be in her 50s. I ain't nothing but 42. You see what I'm saying? But she is TD age for the masses. So now Sherri is one of the elders. And let me say this too, because I said this when we talked about this. A lot of these young girls ain't never been corrected by older women, and it shows. I'm sorry. It shows. Because I come from a group of young older women, my grandmother, her sisters, my aunties, and all that stuff. They will pull you to the side and say, your ass is out. You're going to catch pneumonia. My grandma done pulled me and said, come here, let me see. And went put her hand up my skirt and said, you're going to catch pneumonia up your ass. I've had that. And I can tell that these women today have mothers who don't tell them nothing. Because when Sherri Shepard came and said, it's a time and place and we don't need to be naked everywhere we go, here come black women. Oh my God, someone's trolling and policing black women. You can't tell us what to wear. Ain't nobody trying to tell you what to wear, dummy Lamont. What we saying is it's a time and place. Stupid. Girl. But you can't tell everybody nothing. And I've learned this too. And I really think we need to do this. I think all the elderly women, nope, back up. Not all the elderly women, because they got rockheads in there. But I think experienced women who have gone through life, I don't care if you used to be a hoe, a slut, a pimp. I don't care, from Mama D all the way up to Michelle Obama, Michael, whatever. I think that we need to come together as the elders and try to start talking to these young hoes. Now, I know it's hard because a lot of these young hoes can't hear nothing, you feel what I'm saying, but that nigga. But I think that we got to start talking to the younger girls, because now you can't tell them nothing. That's why they all running around here looking like Sexy Red. You see what I'm saying? Let's get into what Sherri said originally.
You could see everything. Zoe Kravitz graced us with her butt crack. You could see everything. Megan Thee Stallion wore a dark green gown with only matching green pasties to cover up her breasts. And so this is where I have to put my Auntie Sherri wig on. And I say this with all of the love that I have. Ladies, this is not it. And I say this because there are young women, young girls who are looking up to all of you. All of you.
And this how you know she ain't lying. God bless the dead. My sister, I grew up with a sister who was 3 years older than me. We shared a room. And I used to want to dress like my sister. Like, I used to look at my sister the way that people look at celebrities. Does it make sense? Like, for instance, my sister was bad. Let's really, really start there. Light-skinned, you feel what I'm saying? Freckles, but very, very petite. And she was bad. And I used to, like, literally wait for her to leave to go to work so I can try on her clothes, because I envied her. I wanted to emulate my sister. I wanted to be my sister. That's the same thing that's happening with celebrities and these people out here. These people are looking at the Megs and, unfortunately, even the Sexy Reds, and they're looking up to them for inspiration. That's why people are twerking like them, dressing like them, talking like them, acting like them. You see what I'm saying? So it has a huge influence, and that's why we have to be mindful of what we doing, when and where we doing it. There's a market for everything. There's a market for baddies. I don't think that there shouldn't be a baddies. I don't think that there shouldn't be ratchet TV. I don't think that there shouldn't be PORN. I think there's a place for all of it. But there's a time and a place for where those things are appropriate. And the dress at these award shows has never been the time or place. It wasn't the time or place when Lil' Kim did it. Even though back then I thought it was cool, I damn sure didn't look at it and say, I'm going to get me a bra with one of my boobs out, but I thought it was cool. But even then, even the people in the audience were uncomfortable because there was a time and a place. So that's what Sherri is trying to say. Let me let her finish cooking.
Like, you're going to have these young girls, these young ladies emulating you. And you remember when your grandmother would tell you, let them use their imaginations. Mm-hmm. Be a little mysterious. But, you know, when they look at these girls, they don't have any secrets. Nobody gets to use imagination or their mind. And I want to say, Megan Thee Stallion, this was fully you could do. But I'm so upset because God gave you a legitimate gift. You are amazing with your lyrical rhymes and how smart you are. And I know people, a lot of these celebrities, they say they don't want to be a role model. But here's the thing. It comes with the territory, being a role model. You can't escape it because, Megan, when you said you graduated from college, do you know how many young girls you inspired to go to school also?
None. And let me tell you why. I ain't gonna say none, but very little, because the twerking is gonna always be way louder than her graduating college. The majority of it's no different from black men in crime movies. When they put out Scarface, even with New Jack City, the writer Mario Van Peebles, Is that the son? He said that he was upset because he wanted people to take away from the movie, Young Black Men, that Nino Brown was bad and that this is what happens if you go down this path. Yet and still, the young black men of that time took the New Jack City movie as, I want to be Nino Brown. I want to be big. I want to run the Carter Projects. I want to go out there and I want to make all this money and let the chips fall where they may. It had the opposite effect. That's the same thing with these girls. You see what I'm saying? They're giving the opposite effect. Even though you're not a role model or you don't want to be a role model, by the time you step out there, like Meg Thee Stallion, yes, we know that she has a degree, but that's not at the forefront of people's brains when they see you or even hear you. What they see is you showing your ass, twerking, you feel what I'm saying, and rapping and talking about your middle parts. So it's not inspiring hardly any young girls to go to college. Most young girls are not going to look at Meg and be like, I can go to college. They're going to look at Meg and say, I can be a rapper. I can dance. I can twerk. I can have a bad body. But most of them are not going to look at Meg and see a college graduate because she doesn't present as a black woman who would be a college graduate. You see what I'm saying? And D, I'm not saying that she didn't inspire anybody. What I'm saying is they putting 20 on 10 by trying to make it seem like she inspired a whole heap of black women. First of all, black women was already going to college. We didn't need Meg to go be a medical clerk. We didn't need her to go get a degree in medical clerk for us to know that we need to go to college. However, it's just not what she promotes. Meg does not promote that. Not in her music. Not in her social media. She doesn't promote none of that. So why is it that most people would see her and see college when she don't even promote it? You see what I'm saying? So I think that's the difference. She doesn't promote the college in nothing that she does. So for the most part, it's going to fall to the back of the subconscious brain because, you know, that's all they see and it's what they seeing, and education ain't that.
You didn't ask for that. You didn't ask for that, but they were watching you. And I know people say, well, you know, Lil' Kim did it. But I remember when I saw it, I was like, why is she doing that? Like, she doesn't have to do that because she's so talented. And I know Megan as an artist, you get a little raunchy. I didn't heard WAP and Body Yaddy Yaddy. But I also say, and I listen to those songs too, but I also say, to whom much is given, I love you. I do. Is given, much is required. And if you say, well, how do I know that these young girls are looking up to you? Because they look up to me too. And I get more girls coming up to me, young girls saying, Miss Sherri, I want to be a talk show host, or I want my own talk show, or I want to be an actress. I want to do what you do. So they are watching. And I'm not trying to shame anybody. I'm just concerned where all this is going.
Sherri was absolutely right. She was absolutely right in everything that she said. She didn't miss when she said what she said. There's a time and a place. She's not saying that you can't dress like this. That's not what Sherri is saying. What Sherri was saying was it's a time and a place, meaning if y'all going to the club, like for instance, back in the day, and whoever 80s and beyond, y'all know what I'm talking about, 80s babies and beyond. Remember when Freaknik used to be a thing? Those girls used to go to Freaknik and used to be wearing thong, G-string. That was back in G-string days. G-string bathing suits, G-string underwear, thongs, small little bras. That was the time and the place. But those girls wasn't random at the cookout with the same G-strings and the thongs and the bras. Now you see the G-string, the thong, and the bra at the cookout and at the freak-offs or the Freaknik. You see what I'm saying? So once upon a time, there was a time and a place. And that's what Sherri is saying. I'm not saying you can't put the pasties on your boobs. We just saying it's an award ceremony. It's typically classy. It's typically elegant. Give the girls a little bit of razzle dazzle of variety. Let them show them that you can do multiple things. So for instance, I can be a hottie. I can go to college and get a degree. and I can twerk. However, I can take that degree and open a practice, and then I can take that practice and I can employ other Black nurses who might need jobs in the Houston area or whatever. You see what I'm saying? And that's how you show a balance. But we're not seeing a balance when it comes to any of these celebrities. It's just one way or another. So now this is her talking about doubling down on it at the Breakfast Club with Lauren LaRosa. Check this out.
We're upset when you talked about Meg Thee Stallion on the carpet and her being, nude or whatever you called her, right? And people respond to that. And when that happens,
for that, when I said that about Meg, I was ready for the backlash. But I'm a mother, I'm a woman, I mentor girls, and I just go, at some point we have a responsibility. We have to speak up. And I love Meg Thee Stallion. I love it. But I think that women are going too far. And sometimes we forget that there are people who are watching us and they can't do what we do. They don't have security. They can't walk around and say, I want to do the same thing. So we are our brother's keeper. To whom much is given, much is required. So I knew I was going to backlash. They told me, you're going to get, and I said, but no, I got to stand up. I got this platform and it's really important that I say it. And if you listen to the context of what I said, I did love everything. People look at you as well too. Like people were upset when you talked about Meg Thee Stallion.
The same thing happened when Monique came out and was talking to us about the bonnets in public. And that lady was as sweet as she could be. And Black women still had an issue because we living in a time now, you can't tell Black women nothing. Let's just be honest. As a collective, and I'm a Black woman, as a collective, you can't tell us nothing. You really can't. No, even if you right, and they'll know, Black women will know you 100% right, but just because you can't tell me nothing. You see what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, like I was saying, I feel like we got to get back to some sort of modesty because now we have completely desensitized men to women. Y'all do know that, right? We have completely desensitized men to women. Men used to have wet dreams about women. Men used to sit down and think about what it looks like or what it might feel like, or you see what I'm saying? Or how it might be, or ooh, I wonder if. That all that made for dating and for all of the excitement of the relationship, all that made for that. But now everything is just right there, and they don't have a desire for it like that no more. For real. It's not that they don't have a desire for it. Now what's happening too is it's blurring the lines. Because guess what? Women, Black women, you ain't the only one with them body parts. Now we have trans women who are getting these body parts, and these men are getting it from either or because that's all they shrinking it down to. It has no value no more. At once upon a time, coochie had value. Do y'all remember that? Put a 1 in the chat if you remember a point in time when coochie had value. Even a prostitute's coochie had value once upon a time. Not no more. Every time you turn around, they rapping about it, talking about it, singing about it, playing with it, showing it, using it, abusing it. You feel what I'm saying? It's all over. It don't have no value to it. Intimacy, there is no intimacy. If you do experience any intimacy, you are lucky. But for the most part, there's no intimacy going on, and coochie has no value. Coochie has no value. Why you think Diddy was giving that girl $10,000 a month? It don't have no value no more. And I think that Black women, we played a big role in the way that is. With our music, with the way that we are, the way that we dress, the way that we handle ourselves. We got to bring back some sort of modesty. Like I say, I'm guilty of it too. I get my hot girl summer on. I ain't gonna lie. I dress. I put my things on. Let's really be clear. The dog puts the things on. But I understand there's a time and a place. I'm not going to put the things on that I'm going out in or that I'm going to a bar in to the schoolhouse or to, you see what I'm saying? Like when I went to my daughter's graduation, I made sure I was covered. Does it make sense? But I think that's what's going on. Coochie has no value and we don't value it, which is why they don't value it. And men don't value it because we don't value it. And men don't value it because it's everywhere. all everywhere. But she's absolutely right. And again, Sherri Shepard, you did an amazing job in that movie. Sherri Shepard did great in the movie Straw. Shout out to you, Sherri Shepard. I hadn't seen you in a film in a while, and to see you in that film doing as well as you did, you put your foot in that. You did your big one with your child abandoning ass, but you did a good job, Fat. Congratulations with your little small bobblehead ass. She did a good job, didn't she? Congratulations, Sherri Shepard, with your heavy head ass. Let's move on. Now, I want to get into the protesters. So, sorry, I had to take a sip of water. So apparently, let's just go get them, girl. Them clear people, them Hispanics in LA is showing their ass, bitch. Do you hear me? Wait a minute, before we move on to that, quick question. This is off the record, and maybe we'll talk about it tomorrow. But girl, what's going on with Simone Biles? What's tea with Simone Biles? So if y'all don't know what's going on with Simone Biles, so Simone Biles is getting backlash, right? Because this lady right here, this clear woman, was sticking up for women's rights in sports by saying trans women shouldn't be in women's sports. And guess what Simone Biles did? Came out and basically said, instead of you trying to bully the trans women, you need to make it inclusive. Like maybe get them their own lanes and have them run there or do that. But don't be a bully and bully the trans women. And now Simone Biles getting backlash, huh? Yes, she did. Allegedly, they say she said trans women are women. Simone, you are on the wrong side of this. But Simone is a representation of a lot of Black women on the wrong side of this thing. Black women, we have been and we are on the wrong side of this thing. We are putting ourselves in a more messed up situation than even the clear women. Because let's really be clear. As clear as we can be. But let's really be clear about this. We are at the bottom of the totem pole of womanhood. Do you understand that we will be affected the most out of anything when it comes to women's rights? We will be affected the worst and the most out of anybody as it pertains to women's rights. So while we running up here, championing, campaigning, and running around here hollering about this, that, and the third, we better be mindful. We better be very mindful because we are literally helping ourselves to our own demise. But it's not just Simone Biles. A lot of Black women, even with this immigration thing, I see a lot of Black women in there cutting the food behind the immigrants. And I just don't understand. All these poor Black babies up and down these streets who need help, and y'all really is in y'all feels about some people who ain't supposed to be here, who over there protesting and burning our flags. Simone Biles represents a nice little chunk of Black women in the society today. We'll discuss it tomorrow. Let me write her down. We'll discuss it tomorrow. But Black women, we have been on the wrong side of this thing. And by the time we realize it, it's going to be way too late. Boy, we going to regret. And Black women, I seen we was bullying people after the election. Oh, you didn't vote for this one. Oh, it's your fault. Black women, stand down, stand down. All right, we'll see. Mark my words. Let's move on. I just wanted to bring that up. But Simone, even the clears are turning against Simone. And I didn't think that was possible because the clears love Simone. But even the clears are dragging Simone. Ooh. But remember, I told you. Y'all keep thinking these celebrities have a job to do, and you think the job to do is the one that you enjoy. See, you think Simone, her job is to flip. No, duck, goose. Her job is to push the agenda. She's a puppet, a very well-paid puppet, yet and still a freaking puppet. All of them are. I keep telling you niggas this. Y'all don't get it. Y'all think that they get these celebrities and they get these people on because they're talented. No, the talent is the camouflage. What really is the thing, yeah, and we about to get on her too, Joce. They're not real. Listen. I need y'all to understand me. I need everybody in the chat, because maybe I don't explain it right, and I have issues with explaining things. So let me collect my thoughts and get it together. The powers that be, this is what happens. The powers that be, they have celebrities. They select specifically who they allow to be celebrities. Not only who they allow to be celebrities, what tier of celebrity they allow to get to. So Beyonce, Jay-Z, Diddy, all those people were selected to be at the tippy top of the celebrity scale, okay? Yet and still, every celebrity is selected. They don't work hard. They don't make it there because they had a dream and then they woke up and the Most High blessed them. God don't bless nothing in Hollywood. So I don't want to hear none of that ugly ass shit. It ain't God. You are selected. Okay? All that, it's God. God made a way. God didn't make a way to run you right into the devil's house. You a lie. You a lie. So they select these celebrities and they utilize their talent to hide the real agenda or the real job that these celebrities have, which is to control you. They are sheep herders. Let me see if I can pull this up because I think y'all need the visual. They are sheep herders. Hold on. Last time I played some sheep herding, they got copyright on it, girl. But they are sheep. Celebrities are sheep herders. Let me go to TikTok, because I'll get a video there. I want to show you exactly what I'm talking about, because I need y'all to understand. I need y'all to overstand this right here. Because this is the part that's the secret that's gotten over everybody's head. Y'all see this? Hold on. Y'all see that? Put a one. Let me know when you see that. Put a one in the chat if you see that. It's a sped up video, but it's sheep. You see that? Let me find one that's not as fast, because it's a sped up video. Let me find one that's not as fast. This is good. Y'all see this video? All right. You see them two men right there? See them two men? And you see that sea of white behind them? Those two men are what we call sheep herders. These are your celebrities. Pause. Here, your sheep herders, those are your celebrities. The sheep, that's us. Okay? Those two guys are the celebrities. The sheep is us. I'm trying to make this as clear as day because I need y'all to understand. Okay? Now, they hand select these celebrities because they need these celebrities to herd these sheep and guide these sheep and run these sheep wherever they want the sheep to go. So that means the powers that be will go down to the sheep herders and say, hey, I need you to grab all these people and I need you to bring them over here, but not physically, mentally. So what they do, they go get Beyonce, they go get Rihanna, they go get Jay-Z, they go get all these top celebrities, and the herding of the sheep begins. Now you thinking, I like Jay-Z because he's a rapper. I like Beyonce because she's a singer and entertainer. I like this person because they a flipper, or they not a flipper because we know what a flipper is now. But I like Simone Biles because she does gymnastics. But you're not realizing that Simone Biles is a shepherd or sheep herder. Simone Biles is herding her sheep, which are her fan base, into the direction in which she wants. Now, what is the direction they want today in 2025? They want us all inclusive with the TS stuff. So, of course, they're going to go say, hey, Simone, they're going to tap on the shoulder, not 3 taps, just 2. I need you to go out there and I need you to herd your sheep and get them all to be on the bandwagon of it's okay for trans women to be in real women's sports. And I need you to get out there and I need you to make this emphatically clear that trans women are real women. And then here comes Simone. Trans women are real women. Stop bullying them. You should stop bullying them. If you stop bullying them, then we'll be blah, 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 blah. But the problem is this time, see, in the past, normally her sheep just follow her and flock with her. You see what I'm saying? But this time, now the sheep are divided. Now they're like, wait a minute, skirt. Now you done went too far, bitch. What you said, you little leprechaun asshole? Now the clears are upset. You see what I'm saying? But the point I'm making is the biggest part of this that y'all not seeing is the two people who are herding the sheep are the celebrities. They are hired operatives. That's what they are. So these celebrities are doing the same thing. Not only them, let's get to Joce. Well, no, put a pin in Joce because I want to get to this doggone I want to get to this riot. But I'm saying all that to say, when you see these celebrities doing what they're doing and speaking out, think of this. That's all I can say. I hope that this visual helps because that's how I see it, okay? So, fast forward. The riots. So, this is what Black Americans and some Black American women have been championing and saying that they are okay with and that we should be giving these people rights. Them Hispanics is out there in LA tearing it down. And you got people on the internet because sheep herders, like other celebrities, the game, other celebrities, Joce. Remember, the powers that be tap them, I need you to herd the sheep this way. And they say, okay. And then they come out on internet and they say, man, the way they're doing these immigrants is just horrible. And look at the Black people sheep. You're right. It is horrible. But there are a number of Black people who are standing beside this. And this right here is an issue to me. So you mean to tell me the Hispanics, illegal Hispanics, could come in and tear up California because they're not able to just waltz on into America? Mind you, there's no other place on earth you can just waltz on in. But just because they can't waltz on in America, you got the sheep herders, Jasmine Crockett, you got the sheep herders, Kamala Harris, you got the sheep herders, all them folk who getting up there telling y'all that y'all should be standing in solidarity with this. Why? Because they can't get into America? And Black women, we always talking about we ain't got time to take on nobody else's plight and nobody else's struggle. But as soon as the Democratic sheep herders come and tell you that there's an issue at the border, Black women get the windmilling with their head down. Do we have the time or no? Do Black women, do we have the time to take on everybody else's bull crap or no? This is just an actual question. Do we have the time to take on everybody else's crap or no? If we do, we need to have a meeting because I wasn't aware. And I would love to be at the next meeting because y'all didn't invite me to the last one. I'm not standing with these people. What they eat don't make me shit. I don't have nothing to do with them Mexicans in California crying because they can't walk on into America as if they just live here. I'm not doing that. And I'm not backing any celebrity who tells you to do that. You know what they want you to do, dummy? They want you to go out there and protest with them Hispanics so that the Hispanics could get lost and they could drop a Hiroshima bomb on your duck ass. Because whenever it's time for them folks to come out there and make shit pop off because it's civil unrest, whenever you start looking at the casualties, you start seeing more copper-colored people on that list than everybody else. And you start saying, but wait a minute, I thought we was all in solidarity. But when you look to your left and look to your right down at the jailhouse, it's you and your friends. time of confusion. They tearing California down. They tearing it down. Illegal and some legal immigrants. And you want me to get on here and say protection and freedom to the illegal immigrants? Suck out my ass. You done lost your rabbit ass mind. Are you okay? Are you dumb? They can carry their ass right back across that border. If they love Mexico so much, take the flag, carry your ass right back across the border and have a fiesta. Why is you over here entertaining and messing with us? I just don't understand. And they use these award shows, they use their platforms because they get tapped by the powers that be and say, hey, herd your sheep. And that's what Joce in the game and all of them do. I think that it's wrong what's happening in California. Let me show you what's happening in California. Let me show you what's happening in California, since we all think it's so wrong and so rude and so nasty and so rude. What's happening in California? Let's take a look at what's happening in California.
So that they are not at risk. I find it really disturbing. I'm happy to see that the officers are under that overpass so that they are not at risk. But it was a little dodgy there for a while watching as so many rocks were being lobbed over from that overpass, and we see them.
Well,
we
see
people
on fire.
Yeah, he set something afire. That's the second time I've seen him set something afire.
That could do some damage there if that catches the.
It's hard to see. Is it an actual device or is it just a bunch of grass that he managed to? I was trying to possibly light the airbag or make the vehicle catch fire,
which we've seen them set several Waymo vehicles on. Oh, okay. Well, look at there. You have law enforcement trying.
I find it really disturbing.
Hey, one thing about it and two things for sure. Them Mexicans know where to play that shit at. You think they're gonna play like that in Texas? They doing it in the right place. They doing it in the absolute right place. Cause girl, you think Texas beat them, put out the Texas SWAT on them niggas, on them. You feel what I'm saying? And sent them on to glory. They lighting the police cars on fire. And the police is scared under the overpass because they scared that if they come from under the overpass, the Hispanics gonna pop them. California just running amok at this point, huh? So they just standing over there lighting bombs and dropping them on the police cars, and all they doing is just sitting there putting out the fire. What do you think it would be if it was niggas up there dropping bombs on top of cars? Nigga, by the time the helicopter, the firefighters, the doggone fighter units, the Navy SEALs, Homeland Security, FBI, DEA, CIA, EEA, EEO is in the game. By the time all them folks get out there, it won't be a nigga left to tell a story about it. But look, the Hispanics are setting police cars on fire. This is what I be talking about. But that's why they trying to tell you, oh, y'all need to get on here and say that it's wrong what's happening in California. Ain't nobody messing with no Hispanics in California. Looks to me like the Hispanics in California messing with everybody else. The border is literally right there. If they really feel a way, they can just go back home. There's more. Let me show you everything before we get into it, because I'm going to show you how these sheep herd their shepherds, or how these shepherds herd their sheep. I'm sorry. I'm going to show you. Look. And some of these are paid actors. Really be clear about that. A lot of these people are paid actors. Let's really be clear. A lot of these people at these protests that's doing all this, setting these cars on fire, a lot of those people are paid actors, period. So you're looking at a lot of acting going on, but it's a lot of reality and real too. So it's kind of, they've been doing this since the beginning of time. This ain't the first time. It won't be the last. They've been doing this since the beginning of time. This is what they doing in California. I got more. I started sharing all type of stuff. Hold on, let me go down. I got more. Oh, they cutting the food out there in California. Yes, sir. Look at the photos. Mexican flag. Oh, look, waiting for the niggas to come out and join hand in hand and have a doggone Corona with them. This is what we doing. This is what they want. Why in the mother pluck? Think about this. All the struggle the nigga got in America. Why in the fuck will we stand next to them with their struggle? Think about that. All the stuff Black America has going on, we still trying to get reparations. We still trying to fight. Hell, some of us still trying to fight for the judicial system, and you want us to put all that down and go stand next to Miho and them? You know why America is like this, y'all? Because it has the advertisement and has had the advertisement ever since them clear people and them Negroes from Europe came off that boat. This is supposed to be the land of immigrants. They are basically saying they'd rather give America to the rest of the world than for the copper colored people who actually own the land to even tell them that it's theirs. So that's why we always dealing with immigration. And we don't even realize when we be advocating for immigration, we're advocating to give away our own land. We advocating to take money and food out of our own pockets and our own bellies to give to them people. Are we okay? Like we got it to give. Like we got it to give. Somebody said Texas was once a part of Mexico. Girl, Turtle Island was Turtle Island, and it is what it is. Spain lucky to get that little piece of land down there, to be completely honest. Spain lucky to even get that little piece of land down there in Mexico. Let's really be clear, because they were fumbling the bag over here on American soil. They weren't cutting it here. That's why they gave them that little land and a few little pieces of islands. Here, go over there. That's what the British clears and the other clears did. Come on, here, y'all go over there. Here, take that little piece. Take call that, take that. And then you take a couple of little pieces of land out there. Go get Puerto Rico. You see what I'm saying? Because they were not hacking it on American soil. So they pushed them off to the corner. So if America decides to take the land back, then technically they well within their rights. Because they basically was giving them an out by even giving them the little land they gave them. Why you think slowly but surely America takes back that land? They went and hurry up and got Puerto Rico, didn't they? You ain't see how they hurry up and went grab Puerto Rico, made that an American territory. They gonna take Mexico back. Why you think they changed it to the Gulf of America? It's coming back. But Turtle Island was all one anyway. He spoke about the same situation with Canada. When he was talking about, he said they just drew an invisible line. That's what he's talking about. But this is what's going on in California. Hold on, I want to show y'all something else. And then we're going to get into these celebrities and these sheep herders. Now, somebody called him and said he's the perpetrator throwing rocks at the cars, at the police cars. Now, he looked black, but he looked Mexican black. He looked like he might be a mijo because his hair was a little bit too straight in the front. And I can only see it from the angle of the glare. But he looked like he might be a mijo. But even if he was a nigga, let me say this. If it is a nigga, you deserve everything them crackers give to you because you have no business out there. If it is a nigga from California, anything them crackers do to you, you deserve. You have no business out there. Period. Point blank. Okay? But I think it's a mijo. I think it's a mijo, though. all them people there. Y'all see all them people? Ain't nobody got no job. They done all got fired. Look at all them people. Look at all them people up there on the overpass. Girl, you can't make this up. So there you have it. Those are some of the things that's going on in California. I ain't even play all the craziest stuff I got, because I got some stuff where they basically going in, pulling people out cars, beating people, setting cars on fire, woo-de-woo-de-woo, and you know what I mean? And look at the bam, dummy, stupid. Let me tell you something. This about to sound bad, but I gotta say it. Let me say it in a good way. There's no way to say this in a good way. Let me say it in a more palatable way. And I swear, I'm not trying to be nasty or mean. I swear to God, I'm not trying to like group a whole group of people, by no means of the stretch, because I understand that no group of people are a monolith. Let's really be clear. But when I see people like the BAM, who be hella inclusive from California, or I see a nigga from New York, like Remy Ma, be hella inclusive from New York, I literally want to scratch my fucking face off. And I think that those people are cancers to Black America, because those people have no loyalty to us. All of their loyalty lies within the other group. Even though they'll say it don't, it does. You see what I'm saying? And it's like the Bambis of the world are the people that the enemy was able to use against us. It's people with the mindset of the Bambis, of the Remy Ma's. You see what those are the people that they can pluck off and use against us. Of all the struggles Black America has gone through within the past 10 years. How long has Bambi been on Love and Hip Hop? I know she was on Basketball Wives at first about 20 years ago, but she was kind of like a friend of a friend of a friend of a show. But of all the time she could have came on here to get her clout on, or to come on here and actually pick a cause, she decided that the California time was the time for her to pick a cause. And you know what bothers me? Because I'm from the South. I don't know what this feel like. All I know is from what they say. You know what bothers me about niggas like Bam and Rim? Hispanics don't fuck with you, miate. They call you a nigga every chance they get. Dummy. And here you go, using your platform, stupid, to come on here and tell us that we should all stand in solidarity and have the Black and brown community. Fuck that shit. We ain't standing in nothing. And as a matter of fact, places that want the Black and brown community, I think they should be excommunicated from the states. Because at this point in time, that Black and brown community shit is over. Now the BAM done took her big stupid ass. Who got them churned? I wish Lil Scrappy would have seen you and called his damn lawyer and somehow, some way made you pay him child support. What in the hell is you doing out there? Who got them churned? She out there with Erica dumbass. And they out there protesting. And let me gag you up right quick. Erica don't give a damn about the Hispanic community neither. Erica don't give a fuck about the Spanish community. The bitch probably don't even remember how to speak Spanish. All they doing is trying to get clout and trying to look like they up for a cause. But you, the two dumbest bitches this side of reality TV, nobody's gonna look at y'all and think that y'all are doing something good. Stupid. I wish a bee would have stung that hoe. She just, the Bambi, You get on my nerves. I wish you never would have got into that hot tub. If Bambi would have never got into the hot tub, we would never know Bambi like we know her now, and we'd be on our way. But here we go. Dummy and Dumber is out there at the protest thinking they're going to galvanize a whole bunch of people. First of all, ain't nobody following the Bam nowhere. Ain't the bitch about 55 no way, according to Mama D. Let's get into the video. Because I saw this and I was no more good. I said, I can't stand these two hoes. Literally.
Look at this, y'all.
No way. If it's not now, if we don't do nothing about it, how much?
This is downtown LA right now. Right here. Like never in my life. What is happening over there?
3 limos on fire.
3 limos?
Wamos.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Lit on fire.
They don't even let you in their neighborhoods. You can't even go into the Mexican neighborhood, you stupid fool. And here you go, handling out there with, you can't even walk through their hoods. And here she go. Here she go. You literally can't make this up.
That's what that is. Waymo's on fire. Yeah, I pray for these right here. Like never people and their families. Like literally the amount of crazy stuff that's happening with people and their families right now is absolutely insane. That's really my main, well, I ain't gonna say my main concern, but that's a big one for me. People really be out here working hard, minding their business, making this state what it is. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get out the street. We're getting a little too close for comfort, sister. I'm over here walking up and back. Because the moment they start shooting some shit out. Why got gas masks? Do they need to gas masks? Yeah. It's because one unruly person do some bullshit. People and their family.
Hold on. This was so... I just hated even watching this. Let me show you this other video she got with her and Erica walking up the street. I wish a tow truck would have came by and hit them bitches. I swear to God. I wish a tow truck or a goddamn, I wish a dump truck would have just so happened to be passing by and seen them two hoes. And look at them, Dumb and Dumber. Look at them. Oh, it's already on. They out there for photo ops in the city was, but even still, it's a problem because at the end of the day, we have enough going on as Black women than to be dealing with this stuff with these immigrants. Let the immigrants fight their own battle. We have enough going on. Our children can't read. We worry about them having a place to lay their head. Most of us, a lot of us got to figure out where we're going to lay our head. How can you care about another group of people more than your own? And I get it. I get how, because I understand the work that's been done on us. But how can you knowingly care more about another group of people than your own? Like, how do you sleep at night knowing that you more worried about these Hispanics not being able to let in the country than your own people? That's the big deal. That's how they've been able to get us. They've been able to basically get us off our rocker by making us lose value within each other and within ourselves. We put all our value in everybody else. Everybody. We don't see no value within ourselves. None. We see each other get unalived in front of us. Oh, well. We see each other get into a fight. Oh, well. We see each other get locked up. Oh, well. We see each other. Oh, well. But let it be a Hispanic or anybody from the milk community. We ain't no more good. We want to march. We want to get out there and stand in solidarity. But when we Black women, we just talked about it from the movie Straw. When we talking about our pain, where is the Hispanic woman who stand next to the Black woman down at the job and say, you know what? I noticed that too. And you do get treated differently. Where the Hispanic woman at? Where the Asian woman who say, you know what? We all women and we all have different plights, but you know what, Black woman? One thing I can say is, in my experience of working in these jobs, I have noticed that you've always gotten the shorter end of the stick. Where they at? But yet and still, whenever they have issues, they want us to stand in solidarity and understand and empathize with them. That's the problem I be having. That's the problem I be having. That's the problem I be having. And it's the one-sidedness that has to go. And Black Americans seem like they're a glutton for punishment. Like we would rather be one-sided and be left holding our bag and holding our nuts at the end than to not. And you know what's worse about that too? And I'm talking about Black women. Them other women see that you getting treated unfairly. You think they don't see that? You think that they don't see that they got different rules for you than they do the white lady? You don't think that the white lady who get treated differently don't know that she get treated differently from you, and it's only because you a Black woman and I'm not? You don't think the white lady get to say crazy stuff and it goes over people's head, but it's the moment you say something, they calling you combative and they calling you aggressive? You don't think them white folks see that? You don't think them other white people or them other skim milk or milk community people, you don't think they notice that? They do. They just don't give a fuck. They don't care. That's on you. That's between you and what you got going on. And I don't have a problem with that. As a matter of fact, I think that's the best thing that they should do in order to maintain. My problem is we don't think like that. That's the problem. My problem ain't that they think like that. The problem is we don't think like that. And that's how we've been getting used all these years. You want to know why or how they were able to siphon the wealth away from us? Take a look around. There's nothing new under the sun. Everything you did has already been done. Everything they did then, they're doing now. It's a repeated cycle. But yet and still, Black woman, you want to put your cape on and jump up and go sit next to me holding them. You literally can't make it up. You literally can't make it up. Another thing, Black women, that I think we have an issue with is Black women. I think we have an issue with punishing ourselves. And I don't think the issue is that we punish ourselves. I think the issue is that we are addicted to punishing ourselves. We like being punished. We like being at the bottom of the barrel. I'm convinced. Because a group of people who don't like a situation gonna change it. And we have yet to change it. We like it. We content. We good. We like being the last one asked about or worried about. We like getting treated differently. We love it. We have to. Because instead of taking that energy to fight for the stuff that we need, we'd rather take that energy and help me hoeing them. So we like being unprotected, undeserved. We love it. It's our thing, and we get off on it. We get a high from it. That's us. Yay, that's us. We love it. That's why we in love with Tyler Perry movies. We love it. That's got to stop. It absolutely has to stop, because then on the second hand, we want to turn around and we want to turn around and say, oh, nobody hears us, nobody sees us, we've been treated unfairly. Well, are we going to do something about it, or are we just going to continue to cry about it at the last hour? You see what I'm saying? And this is not a specific thing for anybody in particular. I saw the girl Nia said, speak for yourself, girl. If it ain't you, then this ain't the conversation for you. So that's not what I'm talking about. And it don't bother me as much as I know it bothers the collective. But I've been where it did bother me just as much as it bothered the collective. And I don't know you, Nia, but if you gonna get on here and act like you've never had any strife in the world, then maybe you lucky. Maybe you lucky, but I'm not. I don't have a life where I can look back and say everything been good for me as a Black woman. I wish I could, though. Lucky you. Lucky you. Everybody ain't able, because I sure ain't. I sure ain't able. So, but neither here nor there. Now, let me show you the sheep herding shit I was telling y'all about, too. Let's get Joce. Let me go get Joce. So Joce gets an award, right? Joce also gets the 3 taps, if you ask me. Joce gets an award, and Joce takes this time to go on the award show to tell us that we should be standing in solidarity. And I can't play the video, but we should be standing in solidarity with the mijos in them. That's what Joce used her platform to do, because the powers that be hit the 3 taps on the shoulder and say, get your Black ass out there, you raggedy hoe. And she said, okay. Social media had much to say following Joce's award acceptance speech, while accepting the BET Award for Best Female Hip Hop Artist. Joce addressed the riots happening in Los Angeles and questioned the use of military forces anytime freedom of speech is expressed by the oppressed. In response to the protesters advocating against the immigrant raids, President Donald Trump ordered that 2,000 National Guard troops be deployed to protect federal agents, which has seemingly instigated the uproar. Now, I can't play it all with the audio and video. I kind of flip-flop in and out, but let's hear what Joce had to say.
There are ruthless attacks that are creating fear and chaos in our communities in the name of law and order. Trump is using military forces to stop a protest. And I want y'all to consider what kind of government it appears to be when every time we exercise our democratic right to protest, the military is deployed against us. There are ruthless attacks.
Who is we? Who is us? We not out there, Joce. We not out there. As a matter of fact, the only time they deploy the military is when it's us. Why you think the military ain't out there? Who is us? Who is we? We, us, we. Who are you talking about? Who are you talking about? We ain't out there. We ain't out there. They is out there. And the they are illegal immigrants. Are we forgetting this? It's not like they legal immigrants fighting for their rights that they, these are illegal immigrants. Who is we? Girl.
That are creating fear and chaos in our communities in the name of law and order. Trump is using military forces to stop a protest. And I want y'all to consider what kind of government it appears to be when every time we exercise our democratic right to protest, the military is deployed against us. There are ruthless.
Girl. Y'all are not understanding. They getting Black people too. Here we go. Oh my God. Adios míos. Oh Lord. I'm so tired of you niggas. Oh Lord. I don't even think some of y'all niggas. Here we go with the scare tactic. Ooh, black man, you's up next. You gonna get out there and fight with the Mexicans, then you's gonna be up next. You hear me, boy? Y'all falling for that? So now here come the scare tactics. Black people, if you don't help, you're up next. Where the fuck they gonna send us to? Where we gonna go? Where we going? This is a real question. Let's just say, black people, we up next. Where we going? Put it in the chat. I want to know. Where we going? Where are we going? Let me tell you something. There are multiple reasons why that's not true. Number one, you think the powers that be are going to allow their income to walk out of the door? When I say their income, I mean Black Americans. You really think they're going to allow their economy to just walk out the door and go be self-sufficient? Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. See, this is the problem. And this has been going on with a lot of other black people from the diaspora. See, they think that we just as valuable to the clear people, or they're just as valuable to the clear people as we are. And we're not. And this is no flex, by the way. See, they don't mind exterminating them other folks. But us, they need us. So number one, we ain't going nowhere because number one, they need us. Financially, economically, they need us. Number two, where the hell is we going to go? Where we come from? Who did the genealogy? Did you find family there? Where we come from? Where are we going back to? Where are we going back to? What part of Africa? Where is we going to go? Who did their genealogy or their DNA and trace their family back to Africa? What part of Africa? Where is we going to go? But that's what they want to do now. This is the scare tactic to get you off the couch and out there to help them Hispanic people. Now they're going to say you up next. Black people are not up next. Black people cannot be deported. As a matter of fact, Black Americans are the only group of people in America that cannot be deported. Black Americans cannot be deported. Let me say it one more time. Black Americans are the only group of people, I don't care where they're from, we are the only group of people who cannot be deported. When you look at the old Webster's dictionary language and you look at their definition of American, they described it as the copper-colored people or Aboriginal people who lived in the land of Turtle Island. That's me and that's you. Okay? That's me and you. Copper-colored Aboriginal. That's me and you. They found us here when they come here. We ain't going nowhere. Now, all the other ones, they might have to go somewhere, but we ain't got to go nowhere because this is our stuff. Okay? So here go the scare tactics. Won't be long. They'll find a way to get at Black Americans if y'all keep minding y'all business under his administration. Now, I'm pretty sure this is a tether because basically she's saying y'all. So I'm pretty sure this is a tether. Because she's responding to somebody saying, hi, Black people, let's mind the business that pays us, carry on. That's definitely a tether. We're not listening to that. And look at somebody, and don't you mean every word of it. They are all here for it. It's not about Trump. It's not about none of this. It's about Black people minding their business. Now is not the time. Yes, and the 14th Amendment protects us as well too. But anyway, listen, it's mixed, but I didn't see Black people out there today, so thank God. But this is the point. This is what I'm trying to get y'all to see. They're using Joce. They used her as the sheep herder. Remember that sheep herder I told y'all about? Remember this? This is Joce. The crowd of Joce fans are the sheep behind Joce. Joce is leading her sheep to whichever way the powers that be tell her to lead the sheep. That's literally what you're looking at. She's leading her sheep. They all got sheep. Every celebrity have their own flock of sheep. She leading hers where she need them to go. That's what's happening here. I don't care what in the hell them Hispanics or the Mexicans or whatever it is got going on in California. As a matter of fact, I think that they should have been deployed, the National Guard, the HSI, and all them folks way back then. But they say they on the way. They say they on the way. But Doechii and the Bam and Erica Mena are one and the same. Puppets. Sheep herders. Don't feel played, because it is what it is. It's not to be negative. It's not to be degrading. It's just reality. I'm in that crowd too behind that man. We are sheep. All of us. That's how the powers that be look at us. We are the sheep. So I'm in that crowd with you too. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you don't see that the shepherd in front of you is really the shepherd. You think that that's your friend or somebody who entertaining you, but that's really your shepherd. That's all I'm trying to say. You see what I'm saying? Oh, and I'm glad you brought this up. Out the Matrix says you don't have to go protest with them or even care about them to understand what releasing the Marines on American soil is. Yes, but this is the thing. These aren't American citizens. Does that make sense? Y'all catching on to that? See, these are not American citizens that they're releasing American troops on. So it hit different. It's a little different now. It's a little different. It's a little different. It does matter out the Matrix. It does. I promise you it does. It does. It matters a great deal, actually. Because it would be no different if the enemy came over here and we went to war over here. It's different because they're not legal citizens. You see what I'm saying? It's different. I promise you. It's different. But that's a whole nother conversation that I'm not even having over here. But it's different. They within their rights. I'll say that. They within their rights. Because they're not legal citizens that they're fighting on our soil. So they within their rights. But either way, it is what it is. I don't care if that was legal or not legal. They tearing it up. Get them up out of here. You see what I'm saying? Get them up out of here. Get them up out of here. Get them up out of here. But the sheep are herding their shepherd. Now, really quickly, I ain't going to go over everybody. But I do want to talk about a few looks that have... No, F the looks. I know what I want to talk about. Let's get them on here. Snoop Dogg. So remember, Snoop Dogg got a lot of backlash from the black community. Because remember, everybody black was like, F Snoop. We done with him. Y'all remember because Snoop had... He did the Donald Trump inauguration. Well... Snoop said it's time to come on back.
That shit making me look crazy right now. Just let you know.
What? To get the niggas back on his side. So hold on. Snoop shows up at the BET Awards. Let me see something. When was the last time Snoop Dogg was at the BET Awards? They said 2025. Before that. I can hear Saint snoring. It won't show me, but it's tens of years without a doubt. Because all they showing me is him at the BET Award right now. But it's tens of people. I mean, tens of years without a doubt at all. Okay. Now, where is that video? Really quickly. Oh, we talked about that one. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to find this video. So, oh yeah, I want to show y'all this too. Ooh, my bad. I want to show y'all this too. So, y'all know this little ugly looking dude that be on TikTok? Y'all seen this ugly looking dude that be on TikTok? So apparently he was affected by the ICE raids. So he was in Las Vegas, trying to fly out. And ICE caught up to him and basically told him that he was illegal and that he couldn't come back, right? So now people in the comments were like, oh, this is so messed up. I can't believe this. This is so messed up. This is an African who came to America and became a millionaire. And he going back to Africa as a millionaire. And you got niggas on here talking about he got the bad end of the stick. Are y'all niggas okay? Are y'all niggas okay? This nigga came to America and made millions of dollars, and that's going to be worth billions of dollars when he get back home. And y'all over here crying, talking about, oh my God, this is horrible. The nigga going back with millions of dollars. Are y'all okay? He going back home with a bag. How you feel sorry for this nigga? Oh my God. People really was like, yo, this is horrible. I can't believe they did this to him. Did what? This nigga came into a whole country and made millions of dollars and he get to go back home. How is that a bad deal? What, are y'all okay? What? Oh my, when I saw this, I said, yeah, people are crazy. People are really, this man made millions of dollars in America and his punishment is go home. And if you clocking into work or if you at your job today and you mad because this African came to America and made millions of dollars and told to go home, then you a new age fool. If you clocking in at any job today and you upset that he made millions of dollars and was sent home, you are a new age fool. He will be just, matter of fact, he gonna be better than us, stupid. He ain't gonna just be fine. He gonna be better than us. You know how much money that is in Africa, bitch? This nigga about to go build a whole village. Are y'all okay? Girl. I'm talking about when I said I saw the black women windmilling, I said, oh my God. Here you go. There you go. There you go. I said, Lord Jesus, be offense. Be offense. Oh, look at Spice. Let me show y'all some looks till I find the video I was looking for. Let's get into a few looks, not too many.
Yes. Yes. You got Spice and Swanky. Dressed in blue.
First of all, shout out to Swanky Jerry. I like Swanky Jerry. And I love that he dressed Spice and I love this outfit. You know what sucks about this though? Spice dressed like this so often to where it doesn't stand out. You see what I'm saying? Like Spice's regular everyday show costumes be looking like this. Like her confessionals look like this. And it sucks because it takes away from the effect of the beauty of what Swanky Jerry did, because that dress is amazing. And it's blue. She always wears blue. It's blue, 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 blue. It's just like you not even allowing us to enjoy the dress because this is you every day. You see what I'm saying? But she looks good. Swanky looks good. I love that she took him as a date to the BET Awards. I think they look good. I told y'all what I love about Swanky is that Swanky is Africa. Swanky ain't trying to come over to America and act like no nigga, be like no nigga. Swanky is, you gonna know who he is and where he's from. And I love that about Swanky Jerry. And plus he has an eye for fashion that's out of this world. Yeah, I'm not crazy about the hair neither, but you know, it is what it is. But that's Swanky Jerry and Spice. Now I want to show y'all, hold on, let me get the next people I got. Now here we have Maya who performed, and I saw that Jamie Foxx tribute. It was really good. It was good. I ain't gonna say it was really good. It was good. I saw Jennifer Hudson up there hollering and hooting and hollering and screaming all over the place, but we'll get to it. Now here we have Maya who shut it down. What you gonna do when you can't say no, when your fingers are the flowing and the flowing? How you gonna act? How you gonna try to act? What you gonna do when she wants you back? She sang that song, and if you know, you know. And when I tell you Maya looked good, sounded good, she did good, it was good. Now I wish she would have sung another song. You see what I'm saying? I wish she would have sung another song, but I like that song too. It just wasn't my top hits. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't up at the top of the top. Y'all remember, every time I see Maya, you know what it remind me of? I don't know if y'all know this, if y'all a fan of Lil' Kim like I am, Kimberly Denise Jones. But Kimberly Denise Jones did a very small reality TV show where she was on a bus. Not a bus, I'm sorry. She was on a yacht. And it was her, and she invited some of her friends out. And among her friends were Maya and Chili. Y'all remember that reality show? When Lil' Kim, y'all might not have seen it, but y'all know I really be into reality TV anyway. But long story short, Chili was on the boat acting all holier than thou, and I can't do this, and I can't eat that, and da-da-da-da. But Maya was still at this big age talking about how she want to save herself. And I said, save yourself? Why is it bad? She on there talking about she gonna be celibate till she find the right man. I said, find the right man? Celibate? What? And I'm over here saying, her and Chili some old beautiful prunes, ain't they? I said, Chili and Maya is some old beautiful prunes. I can't stand that. They too fine and too cute to be such a prune. You see what I'm saying? Chili over here talking about she can't drink nothing but water and eat L. Maya over here talking about she want to save herself for marriage. Girl, we 55. What is you doing? A bunch of old beautiful prunes. Just beauty for nothing. Go on the waist. You see what I'm saying? But either way, Maya looked good, and she did good last night. And I like her look on the carpet, too. I love it. It's cute. I love the bangles. I think they bringing back big bangles, y'all. I used to be the one. I used to have buku big bangles. I'm the one coming through jingling like a Christmas tree every day. You feel what I'm saying? That used to be me. I used to make sure I have at least about 2 or 3 big pieces of bangles, and then I get the little skinny ones in between to make the noise. So if the bangles coming back, I might have to put some more bangles back on my bracelet, on my own. But I think the bangles coming back. But either way, Sherri say I still wear bangles. There go. You see what I'm saying? Because I might have to get me my 2 big pieces and then put my. You feel? But I think the bangles coming back. Maya looked good. She did good. She sounded good. She did amazing. Her breath control was great, to say that she's as old as she is. But she on this strict diet, like she like a vegan or something crazy like that. Like it's insane. But I mean, you can tell because she looks good. You know what I mean? Now, Young Thug has been paying back the Illuminati tenfold ever since he got out of jail. And he decided what way to pay him back this time. Go to the BET Awards as Leatherface and put a raccoon, because he a coon, I'm just playing. Put a raccoon tail on as a tie, and this gonna get him back in the good graces of the Illuminati. I believe, this is just what I believe. I'm a conspiracy theorist. I believe that Young Thug is paying back his debts. Does it make sense?
Good.
BT Social loves you.
Thank you. Good.
BT Social loves you.
And he was just pulling Mariah the Scientist behind him like she was a poodle. Look at him. Look at him. I just walked Saint this morning like that. I have to do Saint like that when he ain't ready to go and I'm trying to keep walking. You see what I'm saying? Just pulling up behind him like a little chihuahua, huh? What in the hell does he have on his face? He's got to pay back the Illuminati, y'all. He got to pay back his debts to Illuminati. He done sacrificed some people. They say it ain't enough. Now he got to put old skin on his face and whatnot and drag Mariah the Scientist around here, or whatever the case may be. But Young Thug came in looking like Leatherface. I don't know if he was giving heels, have eyes. I don't know what he was giving, but I think it missed the mark that he thought it was going to hit, if you ask me. And speaking of missing the mark, look at Cam Newton done bought his baby mama down to the red carpet after 30 years of cooking, cleaning, and slaving behind all his illegitimate children. Cam has decided to put on a vest with no undershirt and bring his last baby mama that we know of down to the red carpet. Now, she was giving us mermaid tees, very much pregnant mermaid tees with a little shoulder shawl, just to add a little oomph because I'm pregnant. But for the most part, it was giving silk. And I don't mean the shocker. I mean silk on both of them. I almost started sweating. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Cowboy Cam and his beau came in belly in tow, and they walked through the doggone award ceremony. And for just this day, if not any other day, just this day, my girl got to feel like she was number one in the book of Cam. You see what I'm saying? It may not feel like this tomorrow. Hell, it may not feel like this tonight. But today, you get it? Cowboy Cam was able to hold her hand and walk her through the red carpet and give her this false sense of hope that they gonna have a future together. So today, we gonna count as a good day for my girl Jasmine and her mermaid belly. And I'm gonna let her know, girl, y'all looked at a mess. You look hot, you look sweaty. You look plain, but you pregnant, so I'm gonna let you live. And y'all looked at a mess. And congratulations on your red carpet with your nigga. He will be bringing a new bitch next year. Okay, mark my words. Okay, so shout out to Cowboy Cam and his beau Jasmine. Okay, now I also wanted to bring up. Hold on, who else? When the after party is over, and for no particular reason, I want you to pull me in closer, 'cause you're the only one that I'm needing. Mario! The best thing that ever happened to Baltimore, ain't he? That's a fine thing. Ooh, Lord, I forgot he was from Baltimore. I almost forgot. Every time I have to remind myself he from around the corner by Rockhead. But God have mercy, I will take the sacrifice. Mario been fine for a long time. Listen to me and listen to me good. Mario been fine for a long time. Oh, yes. For years, scolds and blows. Do you hear me? And when I tell you I love this high waist pant, given with that top, you feel me? Oh, Mario, you did not miss. You don't look feminine. You don't look metro. You still look like a man, a sexy one, but you still look like a man with fashion. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is what I be talking about. You see what I'm saying? See, he don't have to put on a purse and Leatherface to come out here and act a fool. You see what I'm saying? He could just show up. Shout out to Mario. You looked good, fat. You look like you belong on an old Crown Royal commercial. It looks like he belonged on a Crown Royal commercial from the 70s, selling the product at the club, at the juke joint. But it don't matter. He looked it good. Yes, he did. And look at Turley Paper. In my Diddy voice, breathe. Just breathe. Turley Paper up there, girl. I don't know. Girl, I guess Turley Paper. I don't know. Then we got Kai Sinet. Look at Kai. He's so little. Oh, look at him. He's so little. Him so handsome. Look at him. Him so handsome. Oh, look at come on, let mama take a picture on the first day of school. Let me see. Put your book sack on. Let me see. Oh, he gonna be the cutest person in kindergarten. Look, I got a good picture. Oh, can y'all see my baby? This is first day of school. Oh, but God looked good though. He looked cute. He just like a little baby. That's all. Ooh. Now, what's his name? Is that Tamara ex-husband? Is that Tamara ex-husband, or is that the boy who looked like him? Because I know that's Lucky Day. He from New Orleans. Is that Tamara? Not Tamara, Tia. Is that Tia husband? They say, yeah, that's Tia husband. You know, he ain't been right ever since. So Tia husband decided to step in his Jaguar type tees and come on out and step out on the carpet. Shout out to Lucky Day, so talented. Oh my God, that man music, Lucky Day. Oh, I love his music. But either way, Tamara husband and Lucky Day decided to hit the red carpet. Those are side by side. They're not together. They just put the pictures together. Okay. And then here we have the Nigerian cowboy. What's his name? Shabuzi. He's from Nigeria. As you can see how high his britches are. He's a Nigerian cowboy with fake dreads, and he is at the BET Awards. Now, maybe they thought, I don't know, did y'all watch it? Did they have a country music section? I don't know, but he pulled up his britches and came on down to the BET Awards. I don't know if this is his first one. The clips I saw, it was rather nigga. You know, it was a lot of nigga activities when I saw from the clips I seen last night. So I don't know how much he enjoyed himself, but either way, he was able to pull his britches up and make it down there. Who's this clear man? Never mind. Not on Black Entertainment. Let's move on. There you go. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Wait, go back. We got to talk about this clear. Because this clear had been in the community for a long time. So we could pass up the first clear, but we got a double bite to the last clear. So Robin Thicke came on the carpet, and he decided to serve what he always serves. No chest hairs, just chest and a vest. You see what I'm saying? So Robin Thicke came on the carpet, you know, just to thirst trap the hoes, you know, a little bit or whatever the case may be. Very, you know, clear baby face tease or whatever the case may be. So I guess I had to acknowledge him. Who the nigga standing next to him? I don't know. He looked familiar though. I don't know all these people, girl. And then Snoop, who showed up to the show to get back in the niggas' good graces. And that's why he's here. Because y'all was really upset with him when he performed at the Trump inauguration. So he figured, how do I get back at my niggas? Oh, easy. 2 ways you can get past a nigga or get back at a nigga. Oh, no, my bad. 2 ways you can get a nigga to forgive you. Through their stomach and through their brain. Make them laugh or feed them. So he's just going to go up in there and entertain them, do a song. And then right after that, all is forgiven. Which I don't think he should have been called out anyway. I don't think that it was wrong for him to do the awards. I mean, the Trump thing. I don't think that it was wrong. But I'm just saying for the people who felt some type of way. But he came back to get back in you niggas' good graces, and he back. You know what I'm saying? You know it don't take much. You feel what I'm saying? It normally don't take much. So he back. Niggas ain't mad at him no more because he came and performed, and he sat next to Kai Cenat. Okay? So he's back. Called off. They done called off all of the vigor against my boy Snoop. He back, and y'all don't have a choice. Okay? That's what BET said. And look at legs. She never miss. Legs never miss, huh? Sierra looked it real good, and she looked dressed down. She looked it really good. That Sierra never. I did not see this when I first seen Sierra. When she was saying, "Oh, right here we riding slow," I never thought that Sierra would turn out to be this girl. But Sierra is that girl. Sierra is that girl. Let's really be clear about it. Sierra is definitely that girl. But she looked amazing. I thought she looked good here. Her legs, of course, is always serving. She never misses with the legs. It is what it is. Perfect legs, honestly. Look at them. You feel what I'm saying? Like you can't argue with this. Like literally, you cannot argue. Sierra don't have to put nothing on. Sierra could come outside and just show her legs. You can't argue with that. Like there's no comeback for this. You see what I'm saying? There's no comeback for it. It just is what it is. And you have to put respect on it even when you don't want to. So Sierra is one of those girls. Like if you want to hate on her, you still got to give her tens for her, period. For her music and her body, for sure. Now she can't sing worth a lick. Shout out to Sierra. Couldn't hold a note if you wrote it on the paper and put it in her hand. But she's a sweet girl, and she could rant. She make good music. Okay. Now I want to go here. Who is this? Is that Cash Doll? Is that her name? Is this the girl Cash Doll?
That's the little guys in front.
Look at Charlie.
I love that brown on them. Is it me? Who the nigga is? on that nag. Who the nigga is? Jazz friend? I love that brown on them. Oh, he from the Detroit Lions. Got it. Say less. Gotcha. Go ahead on, Cash Doll. I love that brown on them. I don't know. I just love it. It's just so chocolatey. I love it. They looked it good. Here, who is this?
Great. How are you?
You look amazing.
Thank you.
Joce. All right. Okay.
Right here, please. Maya, the front of the dress. Maya, looking right here. Maya, right here, please. Maya, one time.
Kiki. Now, Kiki. Can we have a conversation, girl? Come here, Kiki, girl. Come here, let me talk to her. Let me say something to you. Come here, girl. Come here. Kiki, can we talk? The concept is so cute from the beginning, from the front. Ain't it? I think they didn't need that thing in the back. You see what I don't think they needed that. I think that the dress could have been very well just as great without it. I just don't. And if they were gonna do it, maybe make it a long when they go all the way to the float. You see what I'm saying? I think that's what it's just too awkward. I don't like it. I don't like it, y'all. I don't like it. Yeah, if she is losing too much weight, I don't like that neither. She losing too much weight. She too skinny now. She too skinny now to me. But it's not my body, it's hers. So as long as she's happy and healthy. But she too skinny now. That side shot kind of scared me now, Kiki girl. That side girl. When she turned to the side, we almost lost her. You see what I'm saying? Kiki. Yeah, we almost lost her right there. That's why we almost lost her. You see what I'm saying? Now we got Kevin Hart and his son. Now his son is much taller, but it's not a lot because Kevin ain't but what, 5'2"? So the son probably about 5'5". You feel what I'm saying? He just looked tall next to his daddy. But I love the father and son duo. Love the chocolateness. They look good. Look up Omarion. Oh yeah, I forgot B2K was over there saying, baby, turn around and let me see that sexy body go bump, bump, bump. Oh yeah, Omarion and them was at the thing last night too. Lip singing down to the ground. Yes, they was. Did see that part on Twitter. But they looked good though. But now that I know Omarion don't be singing them songs, it just hit a little different. You know what I'm saying? But they looked good. B2K did good. They performed well. They looked good. And they had Raz B with them, girl. Raz B was there. Yes, he was. And we seen Spice in Swanky. Now, who is this?
Skilla, give me that smile. Over here.
One more smile, straight ahead, Skilla.
Who that is?
Skilla, to your left.
Really?
Right here, Skilla. Thank you.
Skilla.
I'm not straight.
Who the hell is Skilla? Who is that? What did he do? He a rapper? An actor? Who that is? Girl, y'all make anybody famous. Who the Skills Baby? What did he do? Ooh, child. Who this little members only coattail self? He a rapper. Gotcha. And look at Jasmine Crockett.
Next spot, please.
Over here. Let's go on Sunday.
Next spot, please.
Over here. Let's go on Sunday.
I'll let you do the critiques. Look at Jasmine. What y'all see about Jasmine? I think the bad wig is a part of the outfit. I don't care what nobody. I think that's a part of the outfit. I do. I think that having a really cheap, busted, disgusted, I think that's a part of the outfit. I do. I really do. I think that's because I think that Jasmine tries on her persona as like an outfit. I think she puts it on. You see what I'm saying? I really do. I think Jasmine Crockett put on her persona like every day. She wake up, wash her face, brush her teeth, and I think she puts on a persona. I think the wig is not so separate. I think the wig comes with it. That's all I'm saying. And she used to wear braids. Somebody said she need braids. She used to wear braids. The dress looked like she going to a Mother's Day brunch. The dress looked like she going to a Mother's Day brunch at the church. You see what I'm saying? The dress looked like she going to not a Mother's Day brunch. It looked like she going to pastor's anniversary at the church. Am I lying? First lady tees. No, not really first side chick, but you know, she looked like she going to the pastor's anniversary dinner at the church. She look a mess. She look a mess. And she got dressed and looked in the mirror and said, "This the one." That's the scariest part. That dress is not okay. Char J said the dress is okay. Shit me. Okay, girl. Bye. That ain't nothing okay about that dress. Girl, she look a mess. And what was the shoes? Hold on. Is that a taupe? What in the... Yeah. Y'all can't lie now. Y'all can't lie now. Y'all can't lie now. We seen Kai. We don't care about Kai. Girl, Jasmine, where's your antennas? I'm surprised Jasmine ain't at the border getting hit with rubber bullets. Quiet as it's kept, because you know she loves her good, what you call them. All right, now let's get into some of the ladies, girls. Now we're gonna get into Candy and her daughter, which is Riley. They showed up to the BET Awards. I don't know what diet or exercise Candy is on, but it's doing wonders for you. And Candy already was fine to me. I don't like really chiseled bodies. So personally, Candy was perfect for me, like as far as her body. But it's Candy's body. But she looks amazing, whatever she's doing. She looks amazing. And her and Riley looks really, really cute here. And then we have LaToya Luckett. Is that her husband? Is that her new husband? Whoever, you know, she keeps her a new husband. But LaToya Luckett and somebody's husband, maybe it's hers. They came down to the red carpet. I thought they looked cute. And I love the brown. I like this brown color on black people. Is it me? I'm loving this chocolate on brown people. I think that should be our new thing. I might buy me some chocolate. I'm loving this chocolate on chocolate. It's giving. It's serving. It's ringing. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. They look good. Maya, we already saw. Is this the girl who said no L? What's that girl name? Tell me how we supposed to breathe with no L. What's that girl name? Is that her? Is that the no L girl? No, that's not her. They say no, that's not her. They say, yeah, that is her. Is it her? I don't know. Jordan Sparks. Yeah, that's her name. The no L girl. She look a mess. Who this? Who this? Look like she has the cost of living. Who is this? She look familiar a little bit. Who is this? That's not Coy Leray, huh? That is not Coy. That's Mooney Long? No, that's not Mooney Long. I don't know who that is. Nigga said she need to eat. Nigga said she look AI. Y'all is crazy. Now, who is this? Did they come from that Love is Blind show or something like that? I feel like I've seen them before. I never watched the show. I don't watch the show, though. I don't know. Oh, and they did a 106 in Park thing. Oh, Bow Wow lost weight. Look at that. Bow Wow, you performed good. You sounded good. Bow Wow looked it good last night. Bow Wow lost weight. Bow Wow looks good. He looks the F good. Shout out to Bow Wow, bro. He almost went back to the old Bow. Yes, he did. He almost went back to the old Bow. Shout out to Bow Wow. Bow Wow went on a weight loss. Bow Wow said, y'all hoes want to play in my face, call me old and busted and fat. I'm about to show you bitches. And he did show us. Yes, he did. That'll hold us. Bow Wow looks good. He looked healthy. He performed well. He wasn't out of breath. He looks Great. Shout out to Bow Wow. You did your big one. They say 106 in Park did a reunion or something like that. And they say Roxy didn't come. Well, good, because she wasn't all that anyway. Roxy wasn't all that to people, to nobody but people in New York, girl. We ain't give a damn about no Roxy. Us in the South wanted them hams back. We wanted them yams back. We wanted free big fine ass to get back up there. We saw Roxy and was like, who that Hispanic girl is? You feel what I'm saying? That's how we was. So we didn't give a damn about no Roxy. We wanted to see free ass. Free used to get on there. And Free used to have on them pants. Them, like, she used to wear apple bottoms too. Free used to get on there with them. I used to want to be built like Free. Man, Free get on there with them tight ass pants, bell bottom at the bottom with a cute shoe. Her and Mary was the ones on them shoes back then and them boots. Baby, that's who niggas was looking for. We wasn't worried about no damn Roxy. That's some New York shit. Roxy. Nigga, please. Is Free there? Oh, she there? Say less. Nigga forgot about Roxy. Nigga forgot she was even there. You see what I'm saying? But either way, yeah, they say they had a 106 in Park reunion, but they say Roxy didn't make it, allegedly. So that's probably why Terrence was there. Lame ass nigga. And Kev on stage and his wife. Shout out to them. They look good. She's always been a very beautiful woman too. Shout out to Kev on stage and his wife. I love how the YouTubers and the social media people are going into this. We already saw Spice. Oh, this the boy. He played Terry from BMF. I told y'all about the story with him. By my little sister, by my best friend, little sister, who tried to holler, or he was trying to holler at her, and she asked him where Meech was and fumbled the bag. I said, you big dummy. Long story short, but either way, yeah, that's Meech brother in the show, Terry. That's him at the red carpet. He look cute. Who this? Oh, they from Married to Medicine, I think, right? I think so. They safe though. They just put on a little black. They safe. My sister wore a dress like this to prom in 98. That's nice. My mom still got that dress too. Ooh. Now, who is this, honey? Who is this? Come on through. Sis. Okay. And this her nigga? This her nigga? Let's move on. That nigga played in a movie or something. Oh, he played the boy from the Central Park 5. He played one. Didn't he play one of them boys from the Central Park 5? I think so. He looked like he just came over from somebody's house, from a house party or something. Whatever. Ain't nothing to cry home about. I don't know most of these people, y'all. I don't know who this girl is, but she look cute though. I love the green. I love the outfit. The hair is pretty. It's very nice on the background too. Whoever this young lady is, she looked really nice. Oh, Jermaine Dupri came out during Bow Wow's performance. So of course they did a social deaf thing. That's why he's there. And I don't know who this is. Have no clue, actually. Don't know who that is. Have no clue, actually. It's giving quilt. Brittany Renner is down there. Overdressed. Go home. Tisha Campbell looked good. Tisha Campbell lost weight, huh? Tisha lost the weight and she got the chocolate on. Now, it ain't as great because she a little pale, but it's still cute. Tisha, you looked it good, fat. You lost your weight. You almost, no, you ain't almost back. I was about to say you're almost back, but I was going to lie. You're not almost back, but you looked it good because I ain't going to lie. When you was with Dwayne and you had gained all that weight, girl, you had aged yourself like 40 years, bitch. You look stressed. You feel me? But now, you know, the lines are still there, but they're a little bit more, less defined. So you look good, fat. Shout out to the weight loss. Shout out to everything you got going on. If I found out my husband was plummeting Will Smith in the butt, I would probably be stressed out with the lines like you too. So I don't charge that to you. I charge it to the game. You see what I'm saying? But Tisha looked it good. She looked it good. Yes, she did. You know, Tisha ain't looked good since Martin show. Stop me when I start lying. Tisha ain't looked good since she was on Martin. I digress. So she looks really good. It's good to see. It's really good to see. And I said what I said. And quiet as it's kept, can we be honest? I feel like Tisha was competing with Tashina, because Tashina outfits and hair always used to be the best on that show. Facts. Tashina Arnold's hair and outfit was always the best on that show. Every single outfit and hair, Tashina Arnold had the hair and the outfit. She always dressed better and she always looked better to me. I think people thought that Gina was prettier, but only because she's light-skinned. But Gina ain't had no hips. You see what I'm saying? Like, Pam was the girl, and I feel like Gina, the character, was competing with the character Pam. Because you could tell by some of the stuff Gina would wear sometimes. But Pam was the fashion girl on the show. Pam was the fashion it girl on the show. Let's really be clear about it. Let's really, really, really be clear about it. Pam was the girl. Gina was the, you know what I mean? But Pam was the girl. Hair, makeup, outfit. And it's crazy because the way the show was structured, Martin used to drag Pam as if Pam didn't look the better. And it's crazy because how the psyche works is we really psychologically, subconsciously started thinking that Gina looked better when in fact, actuality, that was the furthest thing from the truth. But neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. Tisha looked good. Shout out to Tisha. She been through hell and high water with that nigga. So I'm pretty sure she needed to get out, get a drink, whoop the whoop. Oh yeah, Clarissa Shields and her man was there. Look at him. She looked cute. I think Clarissa looked cute. This is safe. She don't have to do too much. It's black. You know what I mean? It's cute. It's safe. It's normal. Pat, where the fuck is you going? You know, New York people, not the Harlem people. I'm talking about everybody else. Y'all have a trouble when people be saying the attire, y'all struggle with that, huh? Tell the truth. Y'all really don't like putting on clothes in New York. And when I say putting on clothes, I don't mean like putting on clothes, because y'all be putting that shit on. But what I'm saying is, when the people say, oh, it's a gown and a suit, y'all niggas ain't going, huh? Y'all just refuse, ain't it? Y'all see a suit coming and run the other way. Do you hear me? What is going on in the water in New York? Why y'all can't just put on a little outfit, get you a little, you feel what? Y'all just love a good, I just don't understand. I don't understand. Y'all can't stand a suit. Unless you're from Harlem. For the most part, from what I see, it seems like y'all just, girl, attire after 5. Nigga, please, I'm gonna pull up. It seems like that's how New York people be. After 5, girl, I'm gonna be around there. However I come, that's how I come. Shout out to New York. But Pat pulled up looking like he just came from a basketball game. But he just came to support his new old lady to make his wife mad. You feel what I'm saying? Well, I don't know who this beautiful chocolate woman is, but she is gorgeous. Both of them look good. Clarissa Shields look really good. Whoever did her makeup, kudos to whoever did Clarissa Shields' makeup. It is perfect. It's not too much. It's very easy. You see what I'm saying? Whoever did your makeup, Clarissa, did a wonderful job. You look really, really good. And this chocolate lady next to her looks really good as well. All right, Clarissa, we ain't about to watch a whole slideshow of you now. Now you going too far. Now you want to go as far. You see what I'm saying? We ain't gonna watch the whole slideshow now. It ain't too much. You done seen enough. Okay. Boris Kojo showed up. He's starting to age though. But Boris Kojo showed up. He looked good, very dapper, very, you know. This is Boris Kojo. We don't expect nothing but this. If we don't get this, we just looking kind of crazy. So he's just Boris. He looked good. He just can't help it. You know what I'm saying? 2 Chainz. It's just funny seeing thug niggas dressed like this. I don't know why, or at least what we perceive to be thug niggas. But, you know, 2 Chainz was there. I don't know what y'all think about his outfit. David Banner, I love. That is a fine man. Ooh, and when I say fine, I don't just mean the outside. I'm talking about the inside too. I love me some David Banner. Oh, Lord. He makes me tingle on my inside parts. He just a country nigga. Big old collard green eating country nigga who's smart. Ooh. I'm getting tingly just thinking about it. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, David Banner pulled up to the place in his linen, looking good, looking like he smelled good. You feel what I'm saying? Looking like you want to lick him on the neck. You feel what I'm saying? But that's me. I go as far. Never mind. Don't pay that no mind. Disregard that last part. But David Banner showed up and he looked cute or whatever. He was giving Frankie Beverly and Maze teas. We all onesies. But either way, he made it there. Shout out to David Banner and the Ball Boys. That's Lonzo and Mello or Mario or one of the moles. I don't know. But that's the Ball Boys. So they all made it down to the BET Awards. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. It looked very nigga from the clips I saw. Now, I'm gonna have to scroll on Twitter again to see more clips, but it was giving throwback nigga last night. Who watched it? Was it a Black American production or was it a foreign entity? Who watched it? Because I don't need to go do the research if it ain't what it was. You see what I'm saying? Now, was this a Black American event or was this a foreign entity? If it's a foreign entity, I won't waste my time. But I saw a lot of nigga shit popping off last night. It was giving a lot of cook-off vibes when I was looking at the clip. So I said, okay, wait a minute. Anthony said mix. Okay. So because when the stuff I seen was very niggly. You see what I'm saying? So I was just like, okay, you got my attention. You see what I'm saying? But then, I understand how the powers that be is. Whew. But I might go check out the clips and see. No, I'm lying. I'm not going to check them out. I'm lying. I'm not. I just thought about it. I don't want to check nothing out. Fuck all that. I ain't checking out shit. I ain't checking out nothing. Now, let me really quickly, that was the BET Awards. I didn't even plan on going over that many stuff. And we had 2.5 hours. Really quickly, it's a couple moments I want to touch on with this Diddy stuff. And I got to get off of here. We'll touch more tomorrow. But it's a couple stuff I want to touch on with this Diddy stuff. With this girl that's on this stand, she was a paid prostitute. And there's a hierarchy with Diddy and his women. I told y'all this yesterday. And it's coming out in the trial. Everything I be telling y'all in here, and I'm not even listening to the trial, it be coming back out in the trial. Diddy has a tier. He has tiers for his women. Kim was at the top of that tier. Cassie, Jane Doe, bottom. Gina, unfortunately, falls somewhere in the middle. And sometimes over Cassie, and sometimes over Jane Doe, which means is she further toward the top or is she further toward the bottom? Jane Doe got on here and said that basically Diddy was coercing her to do it, but every time you turn around, she had her mouth open for a new pill to go to another freak off. Make it make sense. And they were jealous of Young Miami, and I believe Young Miami is the girl who he called to curse the girl out. Yeah, he used Jane Doe to get back at 50. I told you, listen, Jane Doe was par for the. Jane Doe don't even realize that she was being played the whole time. She fallen in love with this nigga, and he has no plans on doing nothing but smutting her out to get back at his arch nemesis. I told y'all that yesterday. That's why he threatened and said, she said, you got thousands of videos and pictures of me. Duh. Him and 50 was already going back and forth sending pictures of Cassie. You think he ain't waiting? You think he ain't probably already sent Diddy some of that stuff? Stop the cap. Then on top of that, with this girl got on here and people are speculating that she's trying to set herself up for a civil lawsuit. Hell, like everybody else. When she saw Cassie lawsuit hit, she was just like, oh snap, I can't believe I'm reading my story. So of course you don't think the dollar signs popped up in her eyes? Of course, now she's trying to get her little bag. As she should, because the amount of freak offs she did, she deserves a bag. I do believe she should sue. I believe that Jane Doe should sue Diddy, and I believe that she should win. And I think that Jane Doe should get millions of dollars because Diddy was smutting the pluck out of this girl. 6 and 7 at a time. The girl said she took so much dick, she couldn't even think straight. I ain't never took that much dick. It made me curious to know what it's about. I'm trying to see what that's about. Not really, but you know what I mean? Like, I just never took that much to where it messed with my mind. I don't know what that feel like. As a matter of fact, it's sparking too much curiosity in me. You see what I'm saying? I ain't never took that much dick where I can't think. So the girl deserves a lawsuit. And he was penny pinching with her and giving her pennies. She deserves millions of dollars in a lawsuit. She does deserve a lawsuit. I'm going to be real. She deserves it. She does. She worked for it. She worked for it. Yes, hair like wool, she was a willing participant. Yes. While she was a willing participant, even though she's trying to flip it and come back and be like, oh, well, I'm not sure. Now, this is what I want to tell you. So this is how the prosecution doing. They got on the stand, right? They say the defense supposed to be crossing the date. Now they got on the stand and they asked her, did she consent to the freak offs? Let me give you guys a tidbit. I'm pretty sure most of you guys already know this, but if you don't, let me help y'all really quickly. A person, especially a woman, under the influence legally cannot consent to sexual activity. Let me say it one more time. If you or someone you know is under the influence of any drug and or alcohol and or anything to mess with the capacity of your brain function, you legally, you cannot consent. You cannot consent. Meaning, if you and me, let me pick somebody out the crowd. Let's just say, I'm gonna pick a man. Let's just say me and Thule go out to the bar and me and Thule get drunk. Me and Thule get drunk. If I go back to the house with Thule and me and Thule sleep together, and I wake up the next morning and say, I changed my mind, I didn't want to do it, legally, Thule is in the wrong because legally, even if I said I can do it, and even if I wrote it on a piece of paper and signed it, under the influence, I cannot consent legally. So what the prosecution is doing is they're putting in all these, they're making sure they highlight the fact that they keep dropping these X pills in her mouth. Remember, every time she tell a story, what she start off with? Did he come in with the X pill, right? Dropping the X pill in her mouth. Dropping the X pill in her mouth. So then when the prosecution said, hey, did you consent? Her response was perfect. She said, I'm still trying to figure that out. Why is that a perfect response? Because legally, even if I were to consent and you have it on video, legally, under the influence, legally, I cannot consent. So if she's in a space mentally where she's still trying to figure it out, then that bleeds and that helps her case that she was being R-worded, trafficked, because under the influence, she cannot consent legally. You can't. Even if you want to, under the influence, you cannot legally consent. Okay? So no matter how many freak offs she had, and she had a lot, even when she was trying to put her feet down and, oh, Diddy, you're cheating on me and you're this, that, and the third. And Diddy kept talking to her crazy like, bitch, have you lost your mind? Who do you think you are? Which he had every right to do. But at the end of the day, she was on the very, very, very bottom of the totem pole. She was expendable. Cassie was on the bottom of the totem pole. It's just that Cassie's totem pole or Cassie's place on the totem pole, it fluctuates. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes she can get treated like the Kims and the Ginas. Sometimes, but for the most part, he valued her down here. Same way he valued Jane Doe down here. That's why he let 6, 7 different men run through you. Don't get me wrong. You think that I'm foolish enough to not believe that him and Kim ain't had no threesomes or no freak offs or no level of freak offs? Hell yeah, they did. You think Kim wasn't with the shits because she dead and she was sweet? Is that what we're thinking? That Kim couldn't have been with the shits because she's sweet and she dead? He done did some shit with with Kim too. But at some point, because he loved Kim, certain things he was not gonna do with Kim. That's why he went and got the hoes so he can do it with them at the freak offs. You get it? Now, I've been around men a long time. I hang with nothing but niggas. So I know what I'm talking about. Certain things, that's why even in the car, Jane Doe was like, she hit him up and was like, oh, you with the boring girl. But then once you finish with the boring girl, then you gonna want to come call me, and then you're gonna want to have the freak off. Duh. Sometimes the point could be right in your face and you still miss it. That's the point. I'm gonna wine and dine this girl because I like her. I see something in her. So I don't want to have 6, 7 different men skeet off on this girl. I like her. So no, I don't want her to do the threesome. You're damn right. I'm going to go on a boring dates with her. I'm going to go to the boring museum with her because I like her. But you, I don't give a damn about. So you are expendable. So you, I can have 6, 7 different men come run up through you because I don't care. So in the sense of health and being able to be healthy and not worry about getting ill or doing something permanently to your body that you can't come back from, the quiet, boring girl is the girl that winning because you are smutting out your body, allowing all these different souls into your body. Let's start here first. If she has 6 or 7 different men, we don't know if these 6 or 7 different men have partners at home, but let's just say 3 out of the 6 have partners at home. So now in that case, Jane Doe has slept with 6 men, and if 3 of them have partners, 3 times 3 is 6. So that means she just slept with 12 people. Okay? So that means just then in the freak off, she slept with 12 people. And that's give or take that the other 3 ain't sleeping with nobody else. Or they ain't sleeping with nobody at all. But let's just say they single and they got 1 or 2 people they sleeping with. Well, multiply that. Let's say the other 3 sleeping with 1 or 2 people, give or take. Add that to the 12. This is all the people she slept with within that one night. Not to mention, we ain't even accounted for if the 3 who got girlfriends or wives, if they cheating. And we know they cheating because they here with you. So we haven't even added those body counts into this yet. So this is why he uses Jane Doe and these other girls to do this stuff, because you're expendable, you're dispensable. I don't care. I don't need you. I don't want you. I don't give a damn about you, honestly. You could fall off the bridge tomorrow and I'll just go replace you with a new bitch. That's how Diddy looked at those girls. But unfortunately, those girls were foolish enough to think that all I got to do is do these freak offs. He's going to see that I'm loyal. He's going to see that I like him and that he likes me. And then we're going to live happily ever after, which is why Jane Doe kept blurring those lines by saying, oh, you're cheating. Oh, I refuse to allow you to do this to me. You didn't understand your place at the bottom. See, you belong way down here. And down there, you don't have no rights. As a matter of fact, down there, you get stepped on and skeeted on and in, depending on how he feel. And unfortunately, Cassie had to come to that realization too. And that's why Cassie had enough. Because Cassie had to come to the realization that even though this nigga bringing me on the red carpet, cosplaying in front of these folks like I'm really his old lady, I'm really not. This nigga smutting me out every chance he get. But one thing I will give him for Cassie, he didn't make Cassie take as many dicks as he made Jane Doe. But Jane Doe is a pawn. She's a pawn in the situation between him and 50. So of course, he probably wanted the bitch to take 50 dicks in one night so he can get it on camera and send it over to 50. You are a pawn. You thought this man really liked you when he beefing with your baby daddy? And don't get me on the coochie stinking and the bacteria, because the BV was BVing. That I know for a fact, and I wasn't there. But why we ain't talking about, like, and Armand brought this up last night. Everybody catching the UTI, but ain't nobody catching STI, huh? These got to be the luckiest people this side of the earth. Do you hear me? All these UTIs, all these yeast infections, and ain't nobody catch no STI. Jane Doe did say you made me sick after the sobriety freak off. And typically UTIs come hand in hand with the STIs, especially when you frequently have them and stuff like that. So it would make sense that with UTI come at least 1 or 2 STIs. Even if it's chlamydia or something like that. You see what I'm saying? Like the little easygoing ones that ain't too bad. Even if it's a little chlamydia or gyn, even if it's a little gyno, you know what I'm saying? A little something, right, Invader? A little HPV. Throw a little sprinkle, a little razzle dazzle, a little HPV or something, but ain't nobody got nothing. Everybody clean. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, SL, a little clap, something light, little clap, little, you know what I mean? Just not too much, just a little something. Because you're not gonna make me believe that these the luckiest people this side of the earth. I don't believe that. I know they done caught some shit. You not about to tell me they ain't caught them. I know they done caught some shit. And let me tell you something else too. Them women's vaginas had to smell like a cemetery. Because unprotected sex alone will give you BV. Especially unprotected sex with multiple people. So there's that. You can definitely get the yeast infection and the BV off of that. So I'm pretty sure the vagina smelled like a cemetery. Like, I'm not even over exaggerating. I'm pretty positive those rooms smell like horror films. Because this is what happened. Your vagina is not supposed to take all of that. It's not made for that. It's not made for that. It's not. You're not supposed to do that. You know? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it smells foul as in there. I just know it. And these men who are going around, mind you, these are escorts. So Cassie ain't the only clients that they have. And that little Peter Whacker is passing around BV and yeast infection to every woman he come across, especially down there at Cassie, because they like to do it raw. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Shout out to ODB. Rest in peace. You see what I'm saying? But she's at the very bottom of the totem pole. You are a smut. You are gum under his shoe. You are the dirt under the ground. You are the manure from the cow. You, Jane Doe, was the fly on top of the shit stack outside to Diddy. Diddy never liked you, nor did he care about you. That's why he did you what he did to you. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Armand did it funny when he said that Diddy popped out of nowhere and started slapping her upside the head in the shower. That was funny. Hey, these fight scenes are funny. I don't believe none of these fight scenes, but I think they so entertaining that I got to see them in real time. You see what I'm saying? But don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. The stories are funny, and I know a lot of people are triggered and whooping like, oh, don't laugh at that. But sometimes you gotta laugh to keep from crying, man. At the end of the day, Jane Doe and the rest of these folks are willing participants, co-conspirators at least. At the very least. Co-conspirators at the very least. These niggas is mad because things ain't working out the way they thought it was gonna work out. Jane Doe thought she was gonna up the game when she got with Diddy. I know, come on, I'm a woman. Your baby daddy 50 Cent. He over there acting a fool, acting crazy. He not trying to give you no money. He playing on your top. And then you run across Diddy. Oh, yeah, I'm about to get back at that nigga with this one. This one gonna hurt. Because this ain't no regular everyday nigga. Not only is this nigga a billionaire, he's his arch nemesis. I'm gonna get him with this one. This is what her mind was thinking. But her mind didn't go no further than that. Because she the one got played because she's slow. Then he told her after the Cassie stuff came out, he told her to just go ahead and charge me. What do you think it is you deserve for all of the stuff and all of the time that you could put up? Do you know this girl said she wanted hundreds of thousands? I want to say like $200,000-$300,000. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't feel sorry for her at all. I just don't. Y'all could get on here and say that I should, and she's a victim. That hoe ain't no victim. She's a hoe who didn't know how to calculate her funds. She need a pimp. That's just that on that. I don't feel no type of way. She need a pimp. They say that they did a sidebar earlier because one of the jurors was allegedly conspiring or dealing with one of the attorneys. I don't know. Okay. But it's a lot going on in the trial, and I'm trying to get into it as well. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to get into it as well, but I just want us to pay attention to what's happening here. As the trial goes on, we will start to see that a lot of these people that the media is telling us are victims, the media is telling us a story that's not displayed out or playing out the way that we're looking at it. Like, I'm looking at you, you looking at me, but it's like the media is telling me that we're not seeing what we're seeing, if it makes sense. And it's working on a large group of people, because most people aren't trying to go back and forth. You see what I'm saying? So they're just like, no, they're a victim, just leave it at that. But the fact of the matter is, the ones who can see and know that we're seeing what we're seeing and not allowing the media and the people, the outside noise, to tell us that what we're looking at is not what we're looking at. Us people, we know what's going on. We know what's going on. And we know that they're giving us a show. The world is a stage. You just didn't realize you bought a ticket. With that being said, y'all, let me read some of these super chats. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Gigi said that. Thank you for the super chat. Says, Straw's plot is identical to a 2022 movie starring John Boyega called Breaking, except the ending with the daughter. Ooh, I never heard of that. I didn't highlight the comment. Gigi, she says Straw's plot is identical to a 2022 movie starring John Boyega called Breaking, except the ending with the daughter. I think Turley Paper stole everybody's idea and made a movie. Period. Turley Paper stole everybody's idea and made a movie. Turley Paper didn't even try to be authentic about it. I think the only thing that was authentic about it was that it was solely around a black woman. That's it. In my opinion, though. You know what I mean? But thank you for bringing that out. I'm gonna go check that out. Thank you, Gigi. Divine Empress, thank you for the super chat. Says, hey, Boo, can you explain why was Taraji in the past said Turley Paper was bad and the worst person in the face of the earth? Now she's in a new movie and saying he's the best. She's playing in our faces, our face too. Hit the like button, dollhouse. Y'all hit the like button. Let me tell you something. What she's doing is what they call playing the game. She need a job. Remember, she went over there and embarrassed Oprah and told them that they had him over there eating oodles or noodles on that last set of Color Purple. See, right now she need a job, and Turley Paper is the only one hiring. So now she got to sing his praises and say, you know what? I forgot what I said back then. I like you now. So now she has to see her, she has to see her. I done read this comment and got thrown off my track. But either way, yeah. Basically what's going on with this is let me read the comment again, because I done truly messed up. Oh, yeah. Taraji playing the game. She's doing what she got to do to get a coin, because she left Hollywood really with a sour taste in her mouth. Real Antisocial said, Vu, did you see Summer get her face stumped in by security? Yes. Video coming out today. Yes, I did. I finally found out what happened to Summer. I finally found out. Ivory came out. We'll discuss it. I got the video coming out later on. Thank you so much, Real Antisocial, for bringing that up, because I'm glad I forgot about that. KO Kins, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you, my love. Thank you, beautiful. Who we got? Thank you again for the super chat. Meg's degree turned into a tequila brand in a fast food restaurant. LOL, Twerk University. It really did. Honestly, I think, and again, she don't have to do what I say, but if I would have capitalized off the degree and opened up a practice or something. I don't know. But she did. She really did, though. You ain't lying. Kel. Mother Tree and Moon, thank you for the super chat. Says, I think you are wrong about Turley Paper because we still watch if he has better movies. The powers probably won't let him keep his wealth if he gave black women hope. That's true. That could be true. But I think he came in like that. I think he get off on it. But you might be right, though. Who knows? You might be right. You might be right. Robin Dick, thank you for the super chat, says, any acorn standing with them is a damn fool. Talking about the Mexicans. They're playing in our face and out here talking about stolen land and building this country. This is our literally, let's really be clear. We don't owe y'all nothing. They out there saying that they built the country too. You know what? It wouldn't surprise me. It sounds about right. It sounds about Hispanic of them. It sounds about right. But black people need to mind their business. Man, I'm with you with that. We need to mind our business because they are playing in our face for sure. And thank you again for the super chat. This is what terrorism and entitlement looks like. Yep. That's exactly what it looks like. Without a doubt. Shout out to y'all in the building. Y'all get the likes up. Love Wisdom. Thank you for the super chat. It's funny how folks had black fatigue last week. Now they need black folks to fight. F out of here. Facts. And Jesse Wu foul for calling us xenophobic because we won't fight. To hell with Jesse Wu. Girl, Jesse Wu better go sit down somewhere. Jesse Wu, go lay down. I just seen your old man, girl. Fight for you, bitch. Jesse Wu, after I just seen your old man, and this coming from a bitch who like a medium ugly nigga. Fight for you, girl. After I just seen your nigga. You go get the Haitians and y'all get the fighting together. Y'all go gather up the Haitians, Jesse Wu. Gather up the Haitians and y'all get the fighting for the Mexicans. How about that? Leave us out of it. Leave Black America alone. We don't want nothing to do with y'all craziness. Let Black America mind our business and step in the name of love and boots on the ground or whatever we doing. Leave us alone, girl. We don't want nothing to do. Go get the Haitians. Rally up all the Haitians, and I think all the Haitians should go stand in solidarity with the Mexicans. I believe that. I do. Tina Ray, thank you for the super chat. She says, you cooking today. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And Olivia Dreams, thank you for the super chat, says, but Voodoo, do she give consent prior to start of the freak off? Okay, that's a good question. I'm glad you asked that. Y'all do know I used to be a sexual assault respondent, right? That's how I know this stuff. But anyway, so the way it works is, this is a good point. Olivia Dreams says, did she give consent prior to the start of the freak off? Yes. You can give consent prior to taking drugs. However, the moment drugs are introduced, the consent has to be reestablished. But it's a catch-22 because I can't consent under the influence. You get it? You see what I'm saying? You see how that's a trap? So they'll say establish consent prior to, and you say, okay, yeah, I consent. I'm gonna take some drugs. I consent. I'm a freak off, and you like, all right, bet. Sign this paper. I sign the paper. Boom, boom. We good. And then once I take the drugs or alcohol, now you have to reestablish consent. But the problem is because I'm under the influence, I can't consent no way. So it's a trap. So yeah, it's still a no. Thank you, Sergeant King. It's still a no. It's still a no. And that's what the prosecution did to Diddy. And honestly, I think that was a chess move that went over a lot of people's head. I think that chess move went over a lot of people's head. And let me tell you why I call that a chess move. Because if she was able to establish on the stand in front of the jury that every time she turned around, he was dropping off of X, dropping off of X, dropping off of X, then even if they got video, photo, whatever they got, she still can be saved by that law that legally, under the influence, she cannot consent. Teach this to your sons, teach this to your daughters, teach this to your friends, and teach this to your people. I'm telling you what I know, not what I think. Because this is how a lot of people gonna start getting in trouble. That was an amazing chess move that they pulled when she got on there and said, when they said, did you consent? And when she responded and said, I'm still trying to figure it out, that was a huge chess move. But that went over most people's head because we still waiting on the freak off stuff. You see what I'm saying? But neither here nor there. With that being said, y'all, I got to get off of here. Love y'all down to the ground. I'll catch y'all on the next one. I got Baddies Africa. Nope. Baddies Gone Wild. And I'm going to do the video with Summer today, too. So I got that coming today. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. Love y'all down to the ground. See y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the The voice of the beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah 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 wah. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.